going on, everybody? And welcome to episode 125 of the Pre-Patch Podcast. We are unfortunately down another member. Our resident Squid's taking a nap. He's having to sleep. So I guess actually technically, you know what? I probably should flip this image because it doesn't look right.
I was gonna say, good job reversing that image.
He's going
it's
222 or SSS. Hold on one sec. Let me transform. Whoop! There we go. All right, there we go. Now he's sleeping.
Now, yeah.
he didn't have the ZZ
before he was trying to be a snake. He was going.
Yeah. So but now he's sleeping.
Or
So,
a creeper.
But also, this is a little off, right? It's kind of weird. We're it's a Sunday and we're going live, so it's kind of
Sunday.
Anyway, yeah, it's and you know what? Even crazier stuff's happened. I bought a PlayStation, guys. Like, what the fuck? The whole world.
I got braces.
Shit. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Brace your face.
I streamed for 6 hours.
Yeah. Oh no, that's true.
That's the weirdest thing of them all.
Yeah. Actually, I got yelled at. I got yelled at by Stevens because Enigma streamed more than I have this week. So.
It's accurate. But he's accurate.
Man.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sorry.
Accurate, so.
I'm sorry. I have a job. I had to do my job. So. But welcome in everybody to this wonderful Sunday podcast. It actually ended up working out for us. We postponed the show because there was such a lack of news because all of the events, the game shows, the Summer Game Fest, all that kind of showcases were happening.
We'll get
weekend,
this now.
so.
If it's a thing, now there's too much news. Now there's so much.
Yeah.
Good luck to us. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
That's why the name of this show is Summer Game Feast or Famine. It just depends because if you watched all the shows, some of them were really good, some of them were not so great. So, and we're gonna go through all of those. But if this is your first time to the show, welcome on in. This is the Pre-Patch Podcast. Normally have 4 people: myself, Scruffy, Enigma, and Bill. But you can find us on all of your podcasting apps. You can go to anchor.fm/prepatch podcast. You can head over to YouTube or Twitch where we do this live. And you can get it on TikTok. We're on YouTube short platform, Twitter, Discord, wherever you kind of want to be able to find our information. We're there. You can find us. It's not hard. So are we there now? I have to be careful, man. The next time I'm there, if I'm just like,
don't know.
if I'm there and all of a sudden I hear Enigma's voice, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
By the way,
what are you gonna lose?
He's got nothing left to lose, to be honest. Just today or yesterday, we hit 250,000 subs on YouTube.
Nice.
It's true.
That's pretty big, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, well, awesome. Well, let's dive into it. We've got, now we have a lot to talk about, because we're gonna be going through the different showcases that we saw. But before we do that, we are going to jump into some of the games that we've been playing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
we're
no
gonna talk about
what Sin's been playing.
What I've been playing. But actually, next week's show, if you really want to see some of the gameplay and stuff like that from specifically the PC game show, make sure that you tune in next week because I did a stream today where I literally streamed almost every single game that was on demo. So you got to see quite a bit of them. So we'll go through those next week because we obviously won't have as much stuff to talk about. But yeah, we're gonna go through that. But I did want to showcase one game because I did get to play it actually during the playtest that was going on from the 1st until the 7th. And then the game launched on the 7th. And I want to showcase this game because this game is honestly something that's, why is that not working? Cool. Okay, here we go. We'll go here, and now it works. That was odd. But the game is Body Cam, and this is a game that I think is getting a lot of flack. And it's unjust and I don't think it's deserved. But what Body Cam is, so all of our audio listeners, this is an Unreal Engine 5. You may have seen like videos that were of another game called Unrecorded that were very similar to this. And we actually talked about this on the show several episodes ago.
Couple times as well.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Where like this is a hyper realistic, and if you're watching it, I challenge you to find another game that looks like this. We talked about Hellblade last week where it was just amazing and then like the footage was crazy and like graphically it was awesome.
Yeah, like
This
the
is on a
fidelity is
whole
just
fucking nother level
nuts.
of
Yeah.
just insanity. And so this is what you're seeing is during the playtest. This is all live game footage. And I'm blown away. It launched on the 7th. It is $30. Whether you believe it's worth $30 or not, that's up to you. I 100% believe it's worth $30. But this game is it's hyper realistic, like as far as like the way it looks, and even like some of the like the shooting mechanics, like the way that you move, like I will say that it takes some time getting used to, because me and Enigma, I booted it up and Enigma was watching me
Bro,
stream it,
yeah.
and it was he was
about her old man a couple different times.
There was a game that it moves a lot like that. Reminds me of that one me and you, Sin, we played where you're on like horseback and it's like you're like racing on the horses and shooting people. I can't remember what it was called, but you don't remember when we played that? It was like a 24-hour stream.
Oh, there's no telling, bro.
Oh, you forget.
Oh,
but
I think I
it
know
was made
what
by
you're
the
talking
people
about. I
who
can't
I think
remember the
who
name of it
made
though.
Tabs or something. Total accurate.
Oh,
battle
it was
simulator.
it was
I
a
can't
battle
remember what it's
royale,
called.
right?
Yeah, I think. But you're on like racing on horseback and shooting people, and it moves a lot like that.
It's very
you move first and look, and it's all weird, man.
Yeah, at first it seems very floaty, right? Like when you're moving, it just seems extremely floaty. But then when you get used to it, like you understand, okay, it's mimicking a little bit of like your head movement and head bob, like when you run. Now, I don't know about everybody. Like, I mean, this person's like, you can see there, like it's definitely like a fucking like bobblehead sometimes. And there was some settings in the playtest that were broken that they did fix. Like auto lean was always on, regardless whether you want it on or not. They've gone in and fixed that. But like, if you look at this, my wife came in and was like, "Are you watching a movie?" And I'm like, "No, I'm playing a fucking video game right now."
It looks like Hardcore Henry is what
it absolutely. Looks like, man. It's so much fun, and like it's getting so much shit. Like people are just like blasting it because they're just like, the servers don't fucking work. And I'm like, no, they work. Like it is locally ran, so it's run off of, like, I'm the host, right? So I have to start the match. Is that something that, like, I think new gamers are accustomed to? No, absolutely not. No. Right? Like that's not. But guess what? All of like myself and Enigma or whatever else that came from like old school days, that was what we were used to, man. Sitting there screaming at somebody to be like, fucking start, bro, hit the fucking launch
button. Quit downloading your porn.
Yeah, right? Like, just go already.
You're lag switching.
Mom, get off the internet. You're lagging me on God.
Turn the toaster oven off.
It's just a normal thing. But like on top of like just normal shit where it's like, you go to launch into a game and then it'll kick you back to the lobby. And then you go, and yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, absolutely. Is it frustrating? Of course. But you tell me the last time that a fucking game went live by a AAA developer where it worked out of the gate, right? Like, do you know how many times it lags? I like fucking queues I've been in for COD or for insert whatever, Blizzard, WoW, Diablo.
Like 90% of the times it's the AAA developers that are struggling with their servers.
And you want to know what this is? The thing that makes me so mad about what people are saying about this game and like the negative reviews that I'm seeing. One is that you're seeing reviews, and I have always stood fast that I hate the way that Steam allows their reviews. 0.1 hours, right? It's like nothing, and they're just shitting on this game. But secondly, it is made by 2 kids. It's made by a 17-year-old,
not Russians,
20-year-old, French kids. The
French,
music, dude,
for the longest goddamn time, literally for the first like 6 hours that he played the game, he was like, "Yeah, this is made by 2 Russian kids, bro." And I finally looked at it and I was like, "They're French, bro." Like,
dude, everything in the game is like legit. It's like Russian EDM music. It's like
every game that comes out in this style.
He's like, I can't believe fucking Russians made this shit. Goddamn Ruskies know what it's like to get shot at, I guess.
That's not what I said by any means. But in any case, 17 years old and 20 years old. Like,
I mean, that's impressive, man. I definitely give it to them.
I mean, I can't gush enough about this game. Like, cannot gush enough about this game. I'm having a blast with it. They have bomb mode and they have team deathmatch and regular deathmatch. They're gonna be adding capture the flag in. And
So
uh,
that's like so far that's my only complaint about the game is it just feels like and granted again it's early access, so I'm going to give it to them on that. Like I'm sure that they're in the process of making new content and new maps and new play styles and everything like that for it. But like to me, I was really hoping for like a really like tactical strategic game, and this almost feels like a slower COD with like hyper realistic graphics to me. That's my only complaint
yeah,
about it.
I think that's how people are playing it.
Yeah,
They
it
give
is,
them
yeah.
the utility and the option to play it like that. And who knows, maybe just in time, once people get better at the game, they're going to slow down, and the people who are rushing into that
it
shit
has slowed
going to
down.
get.
Like,
But well, yeah, I mean, I see that, but I also see people running past corners,
Yeah.
running, trying long, like wide strafes and all that. And I think those people are going to find out that like they're eventually going to start getting wrecked just because everyone's so
It's
new at the
possible,
game. They're
yeah.
learning how to aim pretty much all again, you know. So I think
I'm
it's
also-
time and
yeah.
it will slow down.
I'm also hoping that like because forgive me if I'm incorrect. Like correct me if I'm wrong. There's no way to like select your weapons, right? Like you just get given a loadout whenever you.
now, correct. So
You just
that is something that they
dealt
talked
with
about adding
Hand
in.
you get.
So well, yeah. So basically, well, here's what happens: is that every round it's a new weapon.
Man, he's shooting your body.
Yeah.
Every round is a new weapon. So you get
Does everybody get the same weapon on your team?
Exact same weapon. Everybody on everybody, even the enemies.
Everybody on everybody.
Everybody is the same weapon. So
Yeah.
it's an even playing field. Period.
And that's fine. At least what I got from the game when I specifically I watched you play is like, and I was not expecting this game to come out yet, just because my initial thoughts are like, okay, that's fine. They're doing like a play test and everything. It's very just like you just load into a map and it's just kind of a tech demo. What it seemed like still, because the only real objective is to plant a bomb, but like. I don't know. It
Everybody.
yeah. It didn't seem. It just seemed like a very bare bones tech demo, just to kind of showcase what it can be, what it can do, which is fine. I wasn't expecting the game to be like, all right, beta's done, boom, we're releasing, or early access test is done, whatever. I don't know what they called it, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't like, and the
Do you
tech
think it's
demo,
ready?
The tech demo has, I mean, I think it's just as ready as most other games that we have seen go to early access or whatever else that are.
It's probably just as ready as COD 6.
It's only got still one mode.
No, there's
right?
there's two. So
Is
you have
there-
three. You have
There's
three
two.
technical. You have
Yeah.
three technical modes.
Two?
You have
Three?
deathmatch. You have regular deathmatch.
Okay.
First to 30. You have team deathmatch, which is round based, and it is you only have one life in that round, and the first team to 9 wins. And then you have bomb. And
yeah.
that, and so Q4 of this year, I'm looking at their roadmap, is when they're planning on adding another mode, right? They in Q2 we are getting which is technically now
Right around the corner.
yeah, so we're getting bug fixes, performance improvements, which is fine, various improvements, we know, anti-cheat improvements, and they're adding more maps. We already know that we're getting 4 new maps that are there. And then Q3 they're doing new weapons, character skins, adding more maps. They're adding a zombie mode, which I think would be fucking crazy in this.
That would be cool.
A zombie mode would be cool.
mode. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
NVIDIA DLSS, and then new game modes Q4, new maps, photo mode, multiple languages, and more. So to answer your question, I've seen a lot of people throwing out the whole tech demo. Do I think that the game is ready? And in a place that warrants the $30. I believe so, but that's because, again, I'm enjoying the game. I like the game. I think it's fun. I think it's in a position to be $30. Like, I think that this is a $30 worth of content that you can put out. Like, this is better than some of the.
Oh, but we've
like
said
some of
that's
the early access.
We said that's a lot for less
had.
before.
I mean, yeah, but so here's my thing.
I don't think we have. Like, there's a decent amount in this.
Here's my thing. There are 5 maps, I think, right now. Or 4 maps right now. I can't. So you have the Russian building.
It's 5. The building, shootout, the oil factory, right?
Yeah.
The house, and there was one more, right?
And then the wooded area.
Yeah, the wood area. So there's 5.
Yeah, there's 5 maps. And here's what I'll say about the game, right? That, and because the maps aren't massively large, they're just big enough, in my opinion, to where they need to be, right? Except for the wooded map. The wooded map.
I was about to say the wooded area feels a
crazy.
little bit too big, honestly, in some instances, man.
That,
like,
that one's real large. Like I actually think they could probably bust that up into like 2 maps.
They could 100%, yeah.
But
they could deal with taking that down just a little bit.
Every single time you load into this, it feels like it's just there's a different level of excitement that goes into it, and actually even with the bomb mode, right? Like this has made me go back to hating Siege, because they're like in the bomb mode in this, there's no sites, right? You don't have site A, site B, right? You as the attackers can literally go in, you get the bomb, and you can plant it right there. You literally can start the bomb process and throw it down right there. Or you can start the bomb, which I've seen people do, start the bomb process, and then you carry it with you, and then you throw it somewhere, right? And so now it like causes the team to have to figure out where the fuck it's going, right? Where is it at? You can't communicate with your drone. So like you're seeing drone footage where like someone dies, then you're going into a drone. You can communicate with your team, right, on where it's at. So that's like a really good, scouting method. In fact, I was playing a match before the podcast where and you were talking about Enigma. You were saying like, this is like super like rush and run and gun and kind of like COD, not run and gun,
not necessarily, but yes, in some cases, like when I was watching you play the other night, and then again, that could have just been, it was like the first night that everybody was getting into it. So they were really excited. But to me, it did feel a little bit like they went less down the tactical route and more down the just like rush and try and kill people as quickly as possible. But I could be wrong.
It's so that some of that's there, but like to the match I played right before the show, I mean, my team running and gunning fucking COD, right? They're playing like COD and they're getting mowed down, and the other team's getting mowed down. Then it comes down to like a 3v1. I start playing tactical. Like I start playing like I'm playing ready or not, right? Like I'm fucking peeking corners. Like I love, and actually you can't ever see it, but they described how they do it. The flashlight. So if you watch it, my stream or anything like that, you'll see where I flash the light. I may do it here. I flash the light on, I flash it off, right? And the way that they talk about how they do it is the guy is actually taking his hand and putting it over the flashlight, which is very realistic. Like, but anyway, so like I'm flashing the flashlight, so you can't really see where I'm at. I'm peeking, and like I end up winning it. Like I just take the people down because it's just, they're shooting drones out and everything like that, and I'm playing.
So the nighttime is scary in this game.
Oh, the nighttime is fucking
terrifying.
It's dark as fuck.
And I actually cranked the brightness all the way up, and it's still fucking dark, dude. It doesn't, and it's that's why zombie mode in this is gonna be insane.
Oh yeah,
like that's.
I hope zombie mode is like a base defense. Like
I would
like you're in that house and you're like just pretty much trying to survive. They're all coming from all angles. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah. So it's
I don't know. That was my biggest biggest concern with it was I was looking at it and I was hoping that it was going to be a little bit more tactical than it was. But I can see where they could take it down that route if they went down that route. But
I mean, I think
what it is.
I think your hardcore base that's going to stick with it are going to run a tactical, right? Like now, yeah.
My question is, do you think the game's got like longevity? Because like they're in today's like shooter world and just gaming world in general, like people are craving, skins, cosmetics, challenges to do, ranks to level up in, all of that. So this game right now doesn't have like any of that, right?
Yes, it does. Okay. So you have skins that you can get, and actually I like the way that they do it. They're like, hey, you can earn you earn they're called R. I don't know what the name of the actual name, if it has a name, but anyway,
rupees.
You start off with 1,000 R. And then as you play, you acquire more R that you can then spend on like cosmetics, right? And big bold letters, it goes, this is cosmetic only, no whatever else. So it's like kitting out your person. They also go,
it's no MTX, right?
No. So you can't. So they are like, hey, if you want to buy the R, you can. There's no point. Like it doesn't. But you can buy the R.
But you can earn it pretty easily.
But yeah, you earn like I played a match and earned like 150, right? It's based off how well you do, but also, then whenever the match is over, based on how well you did in that match, it'll show you your ranking in the world, and like based on that game mode. So like I got out
overall like scoreboard or like leaderboard. I mean,
and during the beta, like I was 37 in the world. I think I topped at like 21 for the team deathmatch.
Weren't you like 6th the one time?
Yeah, when I was doing on bomb mode, like I ended up being like 6th or something like that.
I
And
would
like,
like to see an actual ranked mode.
You do.
There's
Yeah.
oh
no
well,
like an
I mean,
actual like ranking system, not just a
Yeah.
leaderboard.
I
Leaderboard is
mean-
cool. Don't get
I
me
mean,
wrong.
I could see them doing that. Like, I don't
But
see.
I could see a
an issue
ranked
with it.
game mode, but I don't know how far down the line that would be.
But I mean, to answer your question, do I think that it has the legs? I do, like, because again, it's hard to say that there's nothing out there like this, but there really is nothing out there like this. Like when you're talking about
Right.
fidelity,
Yeah,
the way it plays, like,
Yeah,
you
it's,
know,
yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah,
we
being
are.
the
This
keeper in
is
there.
technically this is not the only one. I mean, you already mentioned Unrecord, and there was another one I believe too in a horror genre. But yeah, this was just the first to
The release.
come out
Yeah.
and release. They beat out Unrecord because I believe it was Unrecord that kind of announced everything first, and that was the big official boom.
They
like,
did, yeah.
look
I
at
think
this
Record
shit,
was
this
one of the
new-
first.
new gen like graphics combined with this. It was cool. Everybody was hyped at the time, and then what is it? Body Cam came out
horror
of
game.
nowhere. And
The
the horror game.
I think the
horror game
horror
was
game
after.
came out before Body Cam, honestly.
Even it did too. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Body Cam coming out.
No,
You know, being
yeah.
almost looking identical to Unrecord, but that's just the style. You know, like they.
Well, and again,
I think they just beat them to the chase.
again,
You know,
let's- let's just feature this again. This is made by two people.
Yeah.
One of them's
Two
like 20
kids.
something and
Two
then fucking
kids.
17.
17,
Yeah,
17 and 20. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you can't like Unrecord. You lost. You should have been faster. I don't know.
Well,
If
I'm hoping that Unrecord, the reason why they were able to get on top, right, is because Unrecord's putting a little bit more effort into the development and
Yeah,
wants to
and they're
release it in a
also-
little bit more of a completed
I
state.
I
but-
could be wrong. You guys might know more, but I believe they're going down a different route of being more of a ready or not style game.
yeah.
we don't
so
know. I don't have they announced what they want
well,
to do
so
with
the
Unrecord?
whole thing is,
What
I believe Unrecord
thought.
is actually supposed to be a co-op experience. It's not a PvP experience.
That- Exactly. So, like
So-
ready or not
Right.
can kind of.
Right. It's not meant to like that's why I'm saying like this I think has longevity if they keep updating it like everything else. I just wanted to really highlight this. It was shown in the future game show this weekend, but I wanted to highlight it because it like, and again, we've said this multiple times on the show, and I'm going to continue to say this multiple times as until it changes. Please, please, please do not just sit there and go off Steam reviews. And if you are going to go off Steam reviews, please do your homework and make sure that the Steam reviews that you're going
Yeah.
off of is the ones that are actually putting a lot of time into it. If you see someone that's reviewing the game and it's only been out for an hour and they're bitching and moaning and pissing and griping about some shit that's like, okay, I can definitely understand it, right? But you know, what you're seeing here is like everyone complaining about a tech demo or server, and it's just, and they're only in for an hour, like less than an hour. I don't know, like this game. I commend these kids. The game is a fucking blast to play. To me, I would much rather give these kids $30 and to them never. And like, if they end up not releasing anything else for it, you know what? I'm gonna have a blast with this game, and I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with that versus giving fucking Activision, you know, or whatever else, $70 for
50,
a fucking,
50, 60 bucks for the same COD we get every
Right.
fucking year.
Yeah,
Right.
more
So,
now.
you know, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm okay with doing that. So go if you're a first person shooter fan, if you want something that's more like you know, realistic and you don't like the
There's something that's different,
go
man.
give it a try. You know, and honestly too, a lot of people are like, my system can't run it. It actually has been able to run on some pretty low rigs, like 1660s, couple 1080s were able to run it. Now how well they run it, I don't know, but you know, you can still
Also,
run it.
being just fairly small localized maps, I think that helps. You're not loading in an entire world and full of assets.
Right.
Well, that
I think-
and the fact that they don't have all the skins and everything like that, I think that really helps them out right now too. Is just like they don't have to load. You know how many is it's 5v5, right? It's 10
It's
people in a
5v5,
match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't have to load 10 people with 10 different skins, 10 different weapons. With each one of those weapons has skins. Each one of those fucking they don't have to do all that shit.
They also do.
I'm curious how well it's gonna handle when all that stuff starts getting added in.
I mean, they also did, because we were wondering like motion blur, because motion blur was not something that you can turn off, and
Ooh,
you can now. You can turn it off. I have it
Good,
turned
good.
off.
Nice. Good.
Um,
I mean, they had to turn that off, dude. That was making
Yeah.
me motion sick. Like,
I mean, yeah. With this style of game, that's like more of a necessity than other
Well,
games.
the reason that the motion blur is there is to definitely take the load off.
It's to
of some of
hide.
some of the shit that's going on. But I don't know. I mean, watching this really is making me being like, fuck it, let's get this show done so I can go fucking play more. Because I just like watching that guy right there. And again, because it's just, I don't know, it, like your mind is tricked, dude. You're like looking at this and you're like,
I love the it sounds very sadistic to say, but I love the like death animation.
that's what I was about to say. Like the way the guy fell down and fucking got shot.
Watching them groan and throw on the ground,
dude. But it just
it's terrible. It's like, immersive though. It's
I don't know, man. As a kid growing up and thinking about video games and where we should be, and then seeing this, I'm like a fucking little kid. Like I'm literally back to being 12, being like, this is what gaming should be.
This would be crazy. And we said this when we first started, when you first started playing it, when you picked it up, like this would be an insane thing to have on like VR. There's no way a VR headset could handle it. Obviously, I don't think that like a Quest 3 or any of the VR headsets that are out right now, other than maybe the PlayStation VR 2.
Well, once it gets there, man. Once it gets there.
Yeah, if they could handle this shit, that would be
like I mean, again, it would be a PC run game, so like your headset would just have to be able to do the fidelity of the.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know if they would be able to handle the fidelity of it. Like I don't know if they could be able to handle what we're seeing right now.
Yeah,
it would be a little bit more grainy, a little bit less realistic. But like once they hit that, holy fuck, dude, that's gonna be amazing.
I'm just telling you, please, guys, like go check the game out, go take a look at it. Like it's, I can't gush enough about this game and how much I am just in love with it. So, but yeah, Body Cam, it's on Steam. $29.99 right now. Early access, you can go pick it up. First game to use this engine.
I'm sorry. I was about to say that is still crazy to me that people are saying that $30 that's not enough for $30, man. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
we've paid more for less. So and we've paid less for more. I mean, I will say, we have paid less for more. But dude, I gotta stop. I'm gonna just sit here and fucking watch this video.
We got
a lot to talk about.
Let's talk about the news, which is all of the Summer Games Fest. We pulled some information, pulled some of the highlights from the Future Game Fest. We also have Day of the Dev that happened, and then we had the Xbox Game Showcase and the PC game showcase, and tomorrow is the Ubisoft
forward events, and I believe the Nintendo Direct is either tomorrow or Wednesday. I can't remember which, but we'll be covering those on the next podcast.
And I think Sony is still supposed to do another one. I don't know.
Are they? I haven't seen anything from
like another State of Play.
But yeah, I don't know. I just heard that they were supposed to do a showcase. I don't know if it's going to be again. If the State of Play was that
later,
maybe,
I think the State of Play is just generally their one that they do in the summer, and then they do
they do a State of Play every couple quarters. Like it's like every quarter they do a State of Play. So that's I don't. I mean, there's just rumors. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But let's talk about the Summer Games Fest. So this was the first one. And also I just want to say thank you to IGN. I don't say that a lot. It's very rare that I say that. But thank you, IGN, for making the information like very easily gettable, because a lot of the other sites did not. So we are running through this. This is on IGN's website, but Summer Game Fest was the kickoff, right? And I think it was funny because, a lot of stuff started there were some leaks that happened, and there's some other stuff that came out, and then Jeff Keighley came out and was like, yo, y'all need to temper your fucking expectations for this show. How do y'all feel about that? What's your guys' thoughts on that?
When I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if that's necessarily something that you should do going into like a big reveal that you've got. Like you basically took the hype from like this level and we're like, hey, maybe you guys should maybe bring that hype down to about like down here, right? That's just gonna kill your show. But I don't know. I
don't think it killed it, but
I don't think it killed it, but I don't think it
also
did
think it's
favors.
a weird thing to say. Yeah, it doesn't help at all. I mean, it's just like it's kind of like a scared, like it makes me think they're scared of like things being overhyped now because of all the stuff that's happened in the past. It's like,
I am glad that he did it though. Like I am glad that he came out and was like, hey, by the way, we aren't going to have any huge, like, you guys know that we're big for huge, like big reveals. We're not going to have any of those. But on the other hand, I feel like that's not really Jeff's fault. Like that's the industry's fault. Like I don't blame Jeff for that. Jeff's just basically the messenger. He's just like, hey, don't shoot the messenger. fucking Games Fest is going to be a little light this year, guys. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess to me, like in lieu of E3, right? Like that was because that's what all like E3 is now dead and gone. That coffin's been nailed and put 6 feet in under the under the earth. This is a time to like bring hype for everything, and it's not Jeff's, it's not Jeff's responsibility, but it is the game developers. Like, this is your moment to to be like excited about stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I watched all of these things, and there's a few things that I was like, cool, I'm excited for. But mostly I kind of left out of this being like, I don't know, man. Like
a lot of it felt like it was like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Like filler content or just like, and surprisingly, like and I'm not mad at this at all, right? Like I'm not mad at this at all. Like a lot of the content that we saw was from like indie developers or like not as well known developers, right? We didn't see a lot from like AAA developers.
I might be the minority in this, but what I will say is we saw a lot of content from previous world premieres, and we didn't see as many world premieres. Personally, I actually kind of like that though. I've watched so many of these showcases. I'm getting tired of seeing these world premieres of games that are either gonna get canned or that are gonna take 5 years to develop. And I'm like, can't I just see what's happening now? So the fact that we saw a lot of forward progress on the games that we've already known have been a thing, I personally, I like that. I like it.
Yeah. So. I mean, I will agree to a point that like, I don't want, I'm really tired of seeing games that are not going to be developed or I'm not seeing for another 2 years, right? Like, we saw, and we'll talk about it in the Xbox game show, but we saw, Fable. We're not getting Fable for fucking at least 2 years, right? Like, I don't
if
like,
at all.
If at all. Stuff like that where I'm like, why not go back to the day of being like, hey, here's a showcase for a game that's dropping in a week,
coming out next week.
Or like, saying, or one of the moments that I loved from like E3 was an Xbox showcase where they were like, oh, and by the way, the Xbox 360 or I forgot, it was like a redesign or some shit. They're like, it's in stores tomorrow. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, Mom, I gotta go to the fucking, I gotta go Walmart or GameStop.
See, they did have what bring the hype right there.
They did have a couple of games that were like, hey, you can get, like, we're coming out here fairly quickly, or like there was a lot of them. Sid knows because he played them all. Yeah, there was a lot of them. They were like demos out now.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, I don't mind it, but I would like, I think that's the thing about like body cam where I was just like, oh fuck, I can play the playtest. What do you mean it comes out in 4 days? Like, what the fuck? Like, so I was just super hyped about it. But anyway, let's talk about the Summer Game Fest and what was actually shown. So we're gonna scroll through here the ones that we see that are like super, at least interesting to us. I just want to make sure, just because it's not interesting to us doesn't mean it's not interesting to you. The ones that we're excited for, we're gonna showcase on here. But that doesn't mean that that you should not, or that we think anything less of any of the other games that are there that are being shown.
It does. You should follow just what we like.
You should like just what we like. That's the confirmed thing. Yeah.
So Lego Horizon Adventures. Can I just say though, I am over that. I mean, I'm over the whole like Legoizing every game and that being like a thing.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said on the podcast too, or on the live stream. I was like, why does literally every game these days have to come out with a Lego version? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Like, I think like let me.
I will say it's good to make games.
Oh, you
for
bastard!
Like, friendly.
It's not gonna fucking let me. Okay, hold on. I gotta mute this. But
is it not gonna?
It won't.
But I'm saying like, I think it's cool that we can make some popular games like more kid friendly. I guess. I know I enjoyed a lot of like more mature games in Lego form when I was a kid,
don't know
but
what it looks like
at this point in the stage,
is it not letting you? It's not
taking me to a YouTube site. It's
okay. Here, let me send you this. I've got one that's pulling up the.
Can you put it in the show notes?
Yeah, I will. Keep talking. Sorry, Scruff.
Can you? No, you're good. And we have to like discredit IGN now. They didn't do us any favors.
Yeah, I thought they were. Yeah. I'm not. It's
fuck you, IGN.
So anyway, I don't. I mean, to me, I'm just kind of like again, I'm not taking anything away from it. Like it's like I loved the Star Wars games, right? I like
or Indiana Jones or
I never played that one. Like really, the only one I ever played was the Star Wars one, and they were fun. right? But
those are the only 3 that I have. I only have the
I
PC Game Showcase, the Xbox Game Showcase, and the Summer Games Fest. So whatever else we're going to cover, you'll have to pull off of IGN.
okay, I like this. I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't know. I just because it's like Horizon's not that old, and I don't know. I just don't know why. I'm just kind of like, I don't get why this is such a big deal.
I don't know. It's a thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just not a thing that we're into anymore. So
yeah, what the fuck is it? Okay, all right.
I get what you're saying though, like making it more approachable to a younger audience, but
that's all I can give it credit for.
At the same time, I'm like, I mean, I get it, but like, just fucking play the full game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything that would pass it, you know.
Yeah,
right,
it is what it is.
Here we go. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Enigma, for bringing that over. Okay, so Lego. So they announced Lego Horizon Adventures. We also got Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. I mean, I don't know.
It looked okay. If you're into Harry Potter, it does look fun. Like it looks like almost like Rocket League kind of dealio situation.
Did we get gameplay
but for Quidditch?
I didn't see gameplay, did we?
There was a little bit of gameplay in there, if I remember correctly, at least.
Oh, I thought it was.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't think that was actual gameplay.
I thought there was a little bit of gameplay, but
I don't know.
There could not have been. That maybe that's what I was thinking. Is like if they can make it like something like
I'm into it. Like I love Quidditch. I always wanted a dedicated Quidditch game, and I was really hoping Hogwarts Legacy was going to add Quidditch.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a chance.
We got
it is what it is.
Cuff Bust. This was
this game looks.
This game looked
not
fucking weird, but actually kind of fun. Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying, man. It actually kind of looks enjoyable. It's like your Prison Break style game, but like with friends.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And it's just such a wacky and weird.
What the fuck?
Oh,
like, yeah.
You're like gummy bears,
you're smacking
dude.
people with fucking spoons and shit.
Oh.
And there's a game, I can't remember. It's like the neighbor game.
Hello Neighbor.
It reminds me of Hello Neighbor, yep. Where you have to like find like secrets and like ways to escape and shit.
It reminds me of Hello Neighbor, and like you remember The Escapist, like that old it kind of reminds me of that, where you like have to come up with like a plan of how you're gonna escape, and then execute that plan to like fruition and everything like that. But like as you're going through that,
I think this will be fun.
Yeah, as you're going through that to escape the plan, like you've got to pick up like the screwdriver or the spoons to be able to dig things, you know, everything like that. It does look interesting. It definitely looks weird, but it does look interesting.
Is it so I know it's multiplayer in the sense that like it's co-op, but is somebody else playing the other side?
I don't think so.
No, I think it's probably versus AI.
I would imagine so, yeah.
It didn't look like it, at least. It looked like very generic AI SWATs.
It would be kind of cool though if that was the case.
or it would be cool if there was a dungeon master.
Warden. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like a prison warden.
Yeah,
like a prison warden that built the prison around you
and dropping people in your way. I think that would be cool for sure.
Don't know if it's
what the fuck?
Got anything like that?
Smoking a fucking joint.
Hell yeah.
Oh my!
I think this looks like a good time, man.
It was definitely a weird one, but it was one of those ones that I was like, okay, I can see myself playing that.
Just another one to add to the list of party games to play with some friends on a whatever kind of night, you know.
Huh,
just as like a waste of time game, basically, or like you said, like a party game night.
Yeah, man.
Game
I already put it on my wish list. I was actually into this one.
So did I. Yeah.
I'll have to. I did not wish list that one. I will have to wish list that one.
That's very interesting.
All right, so we also got Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Yes!
I know that. Yeah. Do you want me to show the trailer for this one?
Somebody's excited for this one. I think.
Yeah, both myself and Stevens are actually extremely excited for Civilization 7.
All right. Well, here's the Civilization 7 trailer. I'll fucking put it on loop. I haven't cared about why the fuck. Oh, it's because that's why. I have not cared about a Civ since Civilization. What was the one that was on Xbox? Civ Revolution, I think. Civilization
Revolutions. Yeah,
I love like that one.
Yeah, Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I've loved every Civilization that's come out. I haven't played the last few, but yeah, I think the Revelation and Civ
I didn't even
Civ
know we were at
4,
Civ
I believe, was the
6.
last one.
Wait, what
Yeah,
happened to Civ 6?
4.
Where was that?
Civ 4 was the last one I think that I played. But yeah, no, it's Civilization, man. Like if you don't know what Civilization is, it's a city builder where you progress through, different eras in history. Obviously, I'm a history buff. I like this kind. This is the kind of stuff that I was actually going to go to school for, to be a teacher for. So this is the kind of stuff that I enjoy, is like ancient civilizations, American history, Egyptian history, everything like that. So having a game that portrays that was one of those things that, as a kid, I was like, this is fucking awesome. I love
To
this
me,
shit, right?
I just want to know, like, what more are they doing with
That's what I was about to say. Like,
Civilization
what,
game?
it's just better quality, better graphics, everything like that. It's
how much better can they get? I
a lot better, actually.
I know from where they started, but even like the last one that they just made looks great. And I had the same opinion on like that one game you showed where if like you zoom in, everything looks shitty. But Civ games, like you zoom in, it looks great. I don't know. I just don't see much more.
It's just better graphics. Sometimes they add in new civilizations. Sometimes they add in
you're going through the same generations
loops.
and shit. It's like, I don't know.
I
don't want to knock it. I'm not knocking it too much.
That's just how it goes, man.
I know that like the mod community is pretty
mod community is huge. Yeah.
I also know that the Civilization community is very big. Like people that love Civ, dude, they
very rabid. Yeah.
That's all they do is they play Civ, and they do like campaigns that take like fucking months.
Something that Sin or our party will never be able to do.
Pretty much, yeah.
I like the multiplayer version.
That's not true, because some of these Civilization games have offline play, where like if you have like a turn, you take your turn, and then it goes into the cloud, and then whoever you're playing with has to take their turn, whenever they're done.
Sin's gonna take his turn in like 5 years.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. It could take you 6 months for somebody to take a turn, but 100% they will take a turn.
I will say, like,
log on, man.
Like Civ 5, I played a lot of, and I played online, and I actually really enjoyed Civ 5 online because, again, like there was an aspect there that was really cool, like because there's like you can either do like you know,
speed runs and like one-offs, right?
Well,
like,
you can do military style where you try to like military, or you can do like diplomacy,
like peaceful diplomacy,
all that. So
and on top of that, you can go down different routes of like technology farming and everything like that. Like one route, you can go down to the Copper Age really early, and then into the Iron Age, and you can do different like what's it called? Like combat techniques, like different combat uses of units and everything like that. So I don't know, man. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's like city builders. Like they're just guilty pleasures of mine. I love Civilization. So.
And what did they give a date for when that's supposed to drop?
I don't think so. No, that was like just an announcement.
Oh, okay. This is
I think
cool.
it's just in 2025 is when it's releasing at some point. So
Street Fighter 6, your 2 characters. They're doing basically like the Capcom SNK collab, which is pretty dope.
This really confused me, man. I was like, what is going on here? Like the actual video, I was like, is this Street Fighter? Is this King of Fighters? What is?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's just a crossover. They always do a crossover event during it. So during.
I'm for it. I'm here for it, man.
And Street Fighter 6 is popping off, so it's doing really well. This fighting game, I actually am pretty excited. We don't have to go like full blown big mode on this.
What, Sparking Zero?
It's just cool. Like, so one of the things that I started when I was playing, like my Xbox
is a weeb. Can we just say
like he is, man?
Dude, I think he is, man.
But Budokai. I don't know if you guys ever remember Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Like
you know what it is? You know what it is?
What
you can turn into a gorilla.
Oh so my god. Anyway, it's just I don't know, man. So like I played Dragon Ball Z Budokai, love Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and so seeing this, I was like, oh shit, like the Budokai, like this is again, really done, like not like you can, and I also like Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Like I think that Fighters is also extremely well done. This is just done from a different perspective, right? Like you are now it's more of like a over the shoulder fighting game. I'm interested to see how if they're gonna do like couch co-op or it's only gonna be online, because fighting games, like
The
you know,
last one they released was only online, wasn't it? I don't think
No.
it had a couch co-op, did it?
no, there Dragon Ball Z's like, are you talking about Fighters? Dragon Ball Fighter?
I can't remember. It's just whatever the last one was. I
That
just
was
thought it
Fighters.
only had a.
I mean,
I thought it
so
only had an
they have a
online
couple
play.
of games that are in this genre, right? Like but the like Xenoverse and all that kind of stuff. But this one, Sparking Zero, is in the Budokai style, and I think I want to say like
Kakarot.
I don't know
That
if
was
they're
the
gonna
one.
do couch co-op or not, but fighting games kind of need couch co-op in my opinion to be super successful. So it's, I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye
Yeah,
on it.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was the one I was referring to.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
it had co-op. I think it was all online PvP only.
We had Fatal Fury. Didn't really care too much. I don't. And it's again, it's a
Yeah,
25 game.
it is what it is.
I was really upset about this. I'm just gonna say it. Like I really was.
You were.
We didn't get any new gameplay footage. We didn't get anything
Stupid,
from Monster Hunter
man.
Wilds. Like they brought them on stage.
We did get a new announcement for like a special like a return monster, but I don't know what the fuck the monster was. He was like, keep an eye out towards the end of the trailer to see the latest and greatest in monsters, and I was like, what?
What, they just added the worms from Dune?
No,
Dude, I
it's
said that
later
too when I
on.
watched it. I was like, bro, this is just fucking
Yeah.
Dune. Like,
Right.
This is, and they showcase this monster a lot, like
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
with it. So I'm telling you though, Scruffy, I don't think that you're wrong, man. I think that
I
the
think so, man.
developers really saw Dune and
They
Dune
knew what
2,
they were
and they
doing
were like,
here.
bro, this is
Yeah.
successful right now.
You-
We're gonna play it.
Have you seen that? What's the name of that guy that does the emotional damage? That
They
do
even
you
have the
remember his
blue
name?
glowing inside. That's the water of life
Yeah.
or whatever.
Whatever that guy is, he does a skit that's like your roommate just went and saw Dune, and it's the dude, and he's got like his hoodie, the little
Yeah.
drawstring for the hoodie in his nose.
Oh,
He's like-
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isao Gaib.
But I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, again, I'm excited to see more. Like,
So
I've
yeah.
had fun with Monster Hunter. It's never caught me like it's caught you, and I want it to, because like it has all the aspects
I
that
love
should
it, man.
love.
This is the monster that I think
Is
they were
this
talking about.
is this an official like new Monster Hunter? It's not like
Yes.
a Monster
Yes.
Hunter Rise type deal.
No, it's
okay.
a new like Monster Hunter World, full
Okay.
like Monster Hunter World style.
Wasn't there another
game?
Monster Hunter, not Monster Hunter brand, but type game that came out with the Wilds something?
I don't.
It was like
I
the
don't
same
think
name
so.
almost. You
I
guys
don't
played
know.
it.
I don't know.
Huh? Played a
Are you talking
monster.
about Wild
okay.
Hearts?
Wild Hearts, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss Wild Hearts. I
'Cause
wish Wild Hearts
I
was.
thought,
So do I.
that's what this
Yeah.
was at first.
I wish it was a better dev. Anyway, this but for all intents and purposes, like it should be something that I am just all into. But like I need to see more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is this gonna be a PlayStation exclusive first, and then it's coming out to everything?
No, it's coming out on everything. Yeah,
Wow.
no
Wow.
delays, no nothing from what we understand. So
Wow.
That's
kind of
pretty big.
nice.
Cool.
Hopefully, at least I'm really
It
hoping
says
that that's
Steam,
the
so
case.
it's not even an
Yeah.
Epic type deal.
Well, the last one said Steam as well, and it was still a year-long exclusivity deal. But with them kind of shifting, I'm curious if Capcom isn't going to do
Well, we don't know for sure then yet.
So,
Yep.
yeah. So, but it does look good. I'm hoping that it's going to be less of a like a drop in, drop out like a Monster Hunter World was, and like more of an open world. Like you can, wherever you want to go, you can explore, and you'll just find monsters everywhere. So,
That'd be
but
pretty cool.
we literally don't know anything about it yet. We've seen very little on it. So
All right, you guys are just gonna call me more of a weeb, but I'm interested. I didn't get to see.
I'm
this.
excited for this. Yeah, I'm
Metaphor,
excited for this.
What?
I don't know
So
if I've seen this one.
one, it's turn based. This is from Atlas. It's from the people like you're talking about Persona, all
Persona,
that kind of stuff.
Persona
yeah.
5, everything.
Yeah. The I mean, it's turn based
Oh, I
strategy.
can see the
So like
Persona.
I'm all
Yeah,
turn based. Strategy.
It looks cool, man. Like I'm actually extremely excited for this. And as a person that hasn't played Persona yet, I'm like, dude, I need to play Persona if this is how good these games look.
I mean,
Like,
Persona. Well, so they
Persona's
well.
a lot to dig into from what I
gotta,
have.
I'm aware.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta like
Yeah. I'm
commit.
fully
if
aware.
If you're gonna play Persona, you gotta commit to Persona, because there's some stuff that I don't know if you're gonna really like. Like you gotta like that stuff. New Bond, like you're talking like it's a whole like side of like relationship building and
each persona
I
like
don't-
focuses on
I don't
like
have an issue. I don't have an
different
issue
big
with dating
mechanic,
sims,
too.
but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where it's like when I pick up a game and I'm expecting an action RPG and I get a fucking dating sim, I'm like, what the
just saying, like it's a very story heavy game, like and
I definitely see you
Wait,
playing this
listen,
more than
Who
Persona.
is so
Yeah.
who here is the one that plays story
no,
more
I
than
get
anybody,
it, but I'm
bro?
saying if you're thinking like if you're seeing the action side of this and you're going, oh,
Yeah,
like
no,
there's a
that's-
lot that
That's
you
not
gotta
what I'm
get
talking
through.
about. Yeah, no,
Um,
that's I'm talking about just strictly like the art style, the animation style, the combat, everything looks really, really, really good.
I
to
really
me.
like the enemy and character designs in this one.
So do I. Yeah, that's one thing that I had never really seen for Persona. I just kind of always brush Persona off as just being kind of like a game that weebs played, right? But I don't think that that's the
Well, it
case.
is.
I
It's
really
not.
don't.
It's
I mean,
not.
it is.
Joke,
but-
jokes.
you could also go into Shin Megami Tensei. Those are also really good games if you want to get into
Yeah,
that without.
I've heard that too,
And doing more, not as much of the relationship stuff. I'm actually what
Yeah.
shocked me in this is that it's Xbox, like, and Windows. That
I mean,
or PC.
they've really been pushing that Persona kind of
well,
partnership.
they're trying to get in the East, like,
Yeah.
really heavily. So
which you see very heavily in this. Like there is a lot of Japanese and Chinese style in a lot of their games on this this entire
in the
showcase. Yeah.
All right. So then we also got 6 titles from Bloomhouse. I don't know.
This is
I'm
kind of
actually-
cool.
I'm excited for this. I like Bloomhouse.
Yeah.
Their studio is actually pretty sick. And
Yeah, this
them
is kinda
getting into
cool.
the
So-
gaming space is sick.
Is this
Some of the titles that they announced looked kind of cool. There was
yeah.
one that was like a horror thriller, like detective thriller, which looked
Oh,
really, really cool.
That one gave me vibes. I know what you're talking about. Did you ever watch the anime? Speaking of animes, Erased.
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, that is some like peak anime right there. It was like you pretty much go back in time to solve like a murder mystery to prevent it from happening.
Yeah.
Of another death in the future. It's like
It's pretty cool.
that shit is pretty sick. I love things like that. And honestly,
So-
not even just that. All these games are really cool looking. They're all really like creepy
They
looking.
are. Yeah.
They all have their own style
This-
too, which is like really neat.
That one right there, the Grave Seasons, is supposed to be like they described it as like Stardew Valley meets a horror film. So like
Yeah, which we kind of had before, which with Graveyard Keeper.
kind
that
of,
looks a
but
bit
Graveyard
more-
Keeper wasn't really a horror game.
No,
Graveyard Keeper was more
I
of
know
just like
that's what I was gonna say. It was
Yeah.
more of a Stardew, but just set in a graveyard. But
yeah.
dude, yeah, all these games I love how they all have their own style. Like especially this like old D-make looking one. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into it, man.
It's
But yeah, if you guys don't know who Bloomhouse is, these are the guys that made Five Nights at Freddy's, right? The movie.
well,
if I'm not mistaken.
they've done like the
Yeah, I
Black
think they
Phone.
produced-
They've done
The
like
movie. They've done way more
Yeah.
credible movies than Five Nights
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Freddy's.
I'm just saying they came out on stage and were like, "Hey guys, we're the guys that made Five Nights at Freddy's." That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Don't kill the messenger, man.
It's
on,
interesting
man.
that
But
they
yeah.
did.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for A24 to come out with some games,
Fuck
man.
that, dude! I will never showcase an A24 game on this fucking podcast. If we do, I quit. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I quit the fucking show.
But Sin,
I
it's
refuse to
gonna
do
be a furry weeb dating simulator. You're gonna
No,
be all
don't
into
care.
it.
Be right up your
Um,
alley, bro.
All right, Alan Wake 2. It's getting an expansion. That's again, Alan Wake was great. Or Alan Wake 2 was great. Alan Wake 2's expansion. I mean, is what it is. I want to talk about this, dude. This game looks
Phantom Blade Zero
fucking
looks awesome. Yeah.
dope, bro. It looks fucking
I s-
so good.
I still don't believe that this is coming out on PC, but apparently it is coming out on PC.
Did they say that this comes out on PC? 'Cause
I
everything says PlayStation
what's his name?
5.
Pika said that he found something that was coming out on PC, but
I would be very shocked. Maybe. I mean,
I
maybe
would
not.
too.
I mean, not,
Yeah.
maybe not. Like, it's not coming out day and day. I can tell you that. Like, it will maybe come
I
to
don't know.
PC later, but it will not
I
be
don't know.
day and day.
I
But
think
This-
this
this
is
gives
the one that
me-
looks kind of like Sekiro, right? Or like
Yeah.
Neo, maybe.
Neo,
well,
Yeah,
this gives me
Sekiro, I
like
think.
this gives me like big Sekiro meets like Dark or not Dark Souls,
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, yeah,
for sure,
Bloodborne
because that's what
vibes.
I got when I saw it. Yeah, this looks
I
sick.
mean, Sekiro is Bloodborne, just a samurai
Well,
version.
I just mean that
this is
the
Bloodborne,
enemies.
but Sekiro though.
Yeah, I just mean that the enemies remind me a lot of like Bloodborne. Like they're like horror. Sekiro did not have a ton of horror grungy feel to it. Yeah, it had a very Japanese and an Oriental style to it, whereas this has like very specifically horror themes to it, or at least in some instances it has very specific horror themes to it. So.
I'd say a lot more than Sekiro did.
This I get Neo vibes, like it just
I do too.
more than anything. I get Neo, and this game, I think it looks fucking amazing. Like, and here's what I'll say: like, this is the I feel like the year or the decade that we're getting a lot of these style of games, because it's not like this was the only one that we saw. Like Xbox had showcases that were like fucking like this. I mean, there was like 5 or 6 fucking games. We saw how many games from Sony said that they were just like this, like. But that fucking this game, whoo boy, like I'm excited. I'm like, cool. I own a PlayStation. I can play this game, fucking, day in day out. Like it makes.
He's become a Sony pony.
So
I'm not a Sony
pony. You can go get your hands-on experiences at those dates.
I'm far from a Sony pony, but I'm just saying, like, I don't have to wait. Like, so
true. Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Slitterhead. I didn't get to see this. Was this?
This looks actually kind of cool.
This one
I mean,
pretty cool.
It's weird. It's definitely the one of the weirder ones that I've seen in this entire showcase. But it does look kind of cool. It's like it's a horror theme, like a horror themed game, but like
I didn't know it was from ex Silent Hill developers. That makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. You're like some kind of like spirit that jumps between like bodies of some sort, and that's how you kind of do your thing. And then like I feel like there's like different powers that you can use between bodies, because it felt very like he would jump from one.
Kinda, I was thinking.
Well, he would jump from one and have like one set of abilities, and then he would jump to another and have a completely different set of abilities, right? So it's like it was very, very interesting to see. So like the blue lights and shit, it seems like they've got like a different system. Yeah,
that's kind of cool. Here's my question. What about the kid that he just made jump off that building? Where the fuck did that kid go?
Yeah, 100%. I was like,
man, he's dead.
I thought the same thing, because there's an instance later on where they're like jumping from rafters, and I'm like, that dude's dead. That dude's dead. That dude's definitely dead. He's like 16 stories.
It's like you're just using like the puppets.
Pretty much, man.
Interesting.
But cool. It's a very interesting looking game. I kind of want to check it out. It does look very cool.
Cool.
Very Ghostwire Tokyo. Very
kind of reminds me of Parasite, which is another anime. I guess it's just all
Parasite Eve. I wish Parasite Eve was more of a thing. Dune Awakening. I'm not gonna showcase this. We've showcased this quite a bit, but like it's an MMO survival MMO that's supposed to be coming out.
MMO-esque.
Yeah. So this was just a story cinematic.
Yeah,
we're good.
Well, I mean, dude, the Power Rangers,
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
part of my life, but I don't know what the fuck this was.
It looks good, man. Did you watch
this
it?
Reminded me of? It actually looks kind of cool, but this is like Power Rangers if it was Castle Crashers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So it's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're essentially
in the Power Rangers universe, pretty much. But it's like the old school Power Rangers, where it's like the shitty. It looks like the shitty robots.
No, I'll tell you exactly what this is. So they saw what when they redid the TMT game.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And I think that they're doing a new X-Men version as well and remaking that old arcade, because they also did G.I. Joe in the PC game show. So so beat 'em ups are coming back. I don't mind beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups are fun.
I don't mind that at all, man. Yeah.
It's like Streets of Rage.
When they first announced this, I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, why would they do this? And then the more that I watched it, I was like, dude, this is dope, man. I'm feeling like nostalgic in this shit, dude.
I will. So I'm getting asked in chat about the A24. I will talk about it, Celia, at the end of the show as to what it is A24.
He'll talk about it on his show. We don't have time for that. That's like an hour discussion.
Not Karen.
Karn was an interesting one. I don't know. It's
Fury and Haven. Those are two. I didn't see this one either.
It's like it's a very cinematic like experience, almost like a narrative experience, but it's just you're literally just crawling up a wall, and
I do not like the way the guy's limbs move. That is God.
I think the limbs. Do you ever play that game? Getting over it or not?
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. That guy made a new game just like this where like you control each of the limbs, and it was a climber game.
Yeah.
So it's like QWOP almost, except for climbing.
Kinda,
Exactly.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
So
yeah.
it's just basically the whole premise is you get up a mountain. Sometimes you fall. Once you fall, you get back up again and climb some more.
That's so weird
pretty
that
much
like
what it was.
Fury. We played this game, the FURI game. We played that Fury game or whatever it was, and hated.
Did we? I can't remember that.
Me and Scruffy did.
Okay.
I did?
Yeah. Wonder Stop. Don't know what the fuck. I don't know what this is. Was this anything notable?
Not really. To me, it wasn't at least.
I know this game, so I never played this.
It's not. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I'm not thinking. Maybe I'm not thinking of the right. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. But Fury, is that the one that's the? I think I'm Hyper Fury.
It looks like Hyperscape, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it. Sonic X Generations. I don't know. I don't care about that.
It's cool that it's another 3D Sonic coming to the PC. So
I mean, the first.
Okay, why are? Well, I mean, I get it. We're seeing Valorant is coming to PS5 and Xbox, but like, okay,
that's literally
bro. We said that during the show. We're like, why the fuck? But here's the thing: they spent so long. They spent so long.
It was like a solid 20 minutes on Valorant
for what? Like, okay,
it was
that's
just to announce that they're coming out on PlayStation. And didn't they announce something about like a new like esports thing coming out that they're sponsoring or something like that? I thought there was something.
I don't know, maybe.
about it.
I don't know. Who knows?
But they literally spent like 25
Speaking of the
minutes on
hyper
that.
games, though, there you go,
dude. This game, Hyper Light Breaker, I'm actually excited.
Looks sick.
Yeah,
looks like
really
WildStar.
I don't know.
Fuck off, bro. I don't get where you get WildStar vibes out of this.
How do you not get WildStar vibes from that?
Well, because WildStar's a fucking MMO. Like I told you during the goddamn show.
It's not that. The actual gameplay, like the way that the characters move, the colors.
That's not how they move.
The attacks, everything like that. What do you mean? She's flying. She's flying on a floating fucking surfing board. What do you fucking mean?
That's not how it was.
This is not. I get no fucking anything close to
besides the vibrant colors.
Weird, bro.
Yeah.
The if a game's got flashy vibrant colors, it's WildStar. Oh my god.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Cyberpunk is WildStar. Oh my god.
Yeah, we talk about Hyper Light Breaker. I'm just saying, dude, this game is co-op. It looks fucking amazing.
Sick.
Like I am super excited about it. I will absolutely be picking this game up, playing it. I don't know. I mean, if this is WildStar, maybe we're one step closer to getting WildStar. Like this game, looks really dope.
My bad for wanting to make you guys happy. Jesus fucking.
No, I want WildStar,
face, man.
Every other game in the fucking world.
It hurts more than it does anything for us.
City of Heroes is coming back, but we got to fucking wait on WildStar. I want to make a very quick. This game right here is a game that I'm pretty sure has been out and has been rebranded. This Delta Force shooter or whatever else, Hawk Ops. I know Delta Force has been out. Maybe this is their new one.
Delta Force has been out. This is a new Delta Force. Yeah.
This game, I don't know, man. It's a mobile shooter that's now coming to console, or it's going to be on console too.
Is it a mobile shooter?
No,
it is. Yes, it is. It is on iOS. It is on Android. I looked it up because when it was shown to me, it was like, oh, hey, you may like this on because you like Gray Zone. And I was like, what? I've never even seen this game. And I looked it up, and it is 100% on iOS and Android. So I'm because I saw this and I was like, this looks like Crash. Bro, I will pull up Steam right now.
I'm literally seeing nothing on mobile for Delta Force Hawk Ops.
Dude, I literally looked it up before the show.
It says right here, available on PC, console, and mobile soon.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
available on mobile.
You should like. I'm telling you right now, it will be. Let me go to Steam and look at the fucking gameplay that's on Steam, and you don't tell me that that's not a fucking mobile game.
I'm watching gameplay on it now. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, it's fucking mobile.
On their website, it says on mobile soon, not on mobile. I would imagine that if they were on mobile, on their website, it would say on mobile.
It'll 1,000% be on mobile at launch. I'm telling you right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, probably, but
don't buy into the hype of this bullshit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's a Delta Force. I liked Delta Force back in the day, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Neva, don't know if this was anything special.
This we saw back.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember one of the last ones. Yeah, something like that. It's from Devolver Digital. It's actually I think it looks good. I like the art style of it. We didn't see
it's like another Wanderer.
It's like Ori. It looks it very reminds me very much of like Ori and the Blind Forest.
Drifter? No, I don't know what that game was called.
It's very Ori-esque.
All right, so hot take. I'm so sick and tired of seeing this game, Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth.
I'm a bit over it too. I was never into it, to be honest.
They keep showcasing it and showcasing it and showcasing it.
Kind of just showing the same shit.
Yeah,
too.
And I'm like, okay, it looks good, but like
Yeah.
I'm done waiting. Like I'm glad it's actually coming out on the 20th because I don't want to hear about it anymore. Like I'm
seeing it.
so fucking tired of hearing about Wukong.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from. That when they showed it on this, like it looks cool, it looks great. Like I think it looks fun. But it's
it
not
better
my
be
style.
a fucking stellar game at this point now, because if it comes out and it's a piece of donkey shit, then people are gonna fucking roast it.
I know there's a couple people in chat that are looking forward to it.
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just saying I'm tired of fucking seeing. Like I don't want to see.
But I am saying it better be good.
Yeah, for all the shit that they have brought out about it, like I'm just saying it better fucking run amazing, and it better be something like we've never seen before. There was this one that we saw this. I think
we've seen this one.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
we've seen this one a couple different times. Not just at the State of Play. We've seen it at State of Play and then once more, I think, before that. But yeah,
all right. I thought it
this is a weird one as well. It's like
cool
a
kind of style though.
It's like a tower defense base building game, but like I don't know. It's fucking weird, man. Like.
Not my steez, but
I don't know how to explain it, man. It's very strange.
Yeah, I don't even based on the gameplay I'm seeing, I don't even know how to fucking explain
I can't even tell.
Like,
I can't even tell if it's co-op or not.
I don't think it is.
It looked like there was somebody who was another character in there.
This. Oh, by the way, this is
Kunitsugami.
Yeah, Path of the Goddess.
Kunitsugami.
There you go. So okay, so that was the Summer Game Fest. We went through all of those, so now let's pull up the next one. Which did we have Day of the Dev on here? I don't think so.
I did not have Day of the Dev. No, I didn't watch it.
Do have Day of the Dev, but I don't know. I don't have the YouTube links that were here, so we'll go through Day of the Dev. This was right after the Summer Game Fest.
Was there too much in Day of the Dev that they announced?
No,
like huge?
I mean they showed like
so.
Again a bunch of different games. I don't think there was anything that like I saw that was like, oh my god, looks amazing. But I did want to just kind of highlight some of the stuff that was on here. Again, some of the games that
saw some repeats.
There, Screenbound, which we're actually going to go showcase as well. And with some repeats, yeah. So let's go now into what was on the Future Game Show, and I actually do have some videos of that for some really dope stuff. So this one was Nobody Wants to Die. This game looked really interesting to me, at least. The way that like from
this one did look really cool,
like a graphical standpoint. It's like a from what I know, I think it's or saw, it was like very much of a like you're solving kind of crimes and you're being able to like rewind time. We saw, I think we saw this too, where
it's
like
it was described as a cyberpunk like crime mystery of some sort. Like,
yeah,
it seems like you're in a world where they've like I don't know exactly like the whole point, like the whole story behind it, but like there's no death, or there's like very people are very hard to kill now or something like that.
It's like Minority Report.
Yeah, kind of. But so it looked really cool. I thought that it looked really cool. At least it like the actual like graphics and the graphic styling and everything like that looked really interesting to me.
You know what it reminds me of is, remember in, oh my god, what the hell? I was just bashing. Made that guy The guy rewinded time to make a bash his face into the ground over and over. But it reminded me of the really cool parts of Arkham Asylum whenever you were using like Batman's powers,
using
to, like,
the bat suit.
Yeah. It gave me those kind of vibes, which I think is really cool.
I could see that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. And again, for people that like my wife would absolutely love this because again, she loves like true crime, detective stuff, or whatever else. Like this is definitely up her alley.
Pretty cool.
You know, gives me
I like the setting too.
Yeah.
Like that, like almost like neo-noir, cyberpunk, dystopia. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then we also got Screenbound, which that one, this is actually footage from the OTK Game Expo, but I've been following this a little bit as here and there. And then when I saw it on OTK Game Expo, as well as the Future Game Pass, I think this is cool. Like, so essentially you are playing in the, so like you're playing, it's a, I don't even know how to fucking describe it. It is
2D, 3D.
Yeah. So
you're playing in the world on the Game Boy, but you're also like, as you're playing on the Game Boy, you're doing what you're doing in the Game Boy in real life.
I have to imagine the development for this is fucking wild, right? Like it's got to be a fucking trip. But for audio listeners, essentially what you're seeing is you're in a 3D world, right? And he's holding a game, air quotes, Game Boy, a physical game
in the game,
right? In the game, and he is basically you're playing the game on a 2D screen, like fighting enemies and shit, but like you are in a 3D rendition of the world, kind of.
You're physically traversing the world that you're playing inside the game, and there's certain aspects of the world that you can only
interact with
in the actual Game Boy that you're holding, and other certain things you have to kind of solve in the real, in quotes, real world in the game.
Yeah, it's really cool. It is fucking wild, and I'm excited for it. I don't know if we got a release date for this. I don't know. Did they say? Let me see if I can find it. Screenbound.
They had it on the PC Games show as well.
Yeah,
so
I've been
not yet.
I've been looking at this one for a while, man. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's just gonna be a fun platformer puzzle game.
I think we saw it in one of the earlier events this year.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's kind of a cool like take on the whole thing
concept. Yeah, man.
Yep. So and then the other one that we also got to was I thought was really cool was the Relic First Guardian. This game looks pretty dope, man. Like
yes, this is one of the ones that I was looking at on, I believe, the Xbox Game Showcase or one of them. I saw it at some point. This looks fucking awesome.
I think it was.
I don't know why.
I don't think this was on. It could have been Xbox. I think this is PlayStation and PC only.
It might have been on the show. The what's called
it's the future. It was on a Future Game Show.
The PC.
Might have.
Summer.
No, it wasn't.
Summer.
Either way, I saw it on one of them. Doesn't matter where I saw it.
There's been a lot. All right.
Doesn't fucking matter where I saw it. It
so
looks
many
good.
showcases.
It does look really cool.
Well, what I like about it too is this is a I feel like we've used this term over and over, but again, you see a lot of these games, right? Like Phantom Blade Zero and whatever else, like these styles of like action RPGs that are, very difficult or hard. What there it is on Xbox. Okay. Maybe they did have it there. I don't know. But, anyway, it gives me like, again, if From Software took their graphics and stepped it up a notch and was like, yo, we're going to give you a little bit more like realistic kind of shit.
It feels to me like FromSoft went to Pearl Abyss, the guys that made Black Desert, and were like, make us a game, but we're going to do all the actual work. We're just going to buy your guys' game engine from.
Yeah.
It reminds me extremely heavily of like Black Desert. Like the graphics
I can see the Black
in
Desert.
of themselves remind me very heavily of it. And then the gameplay is straight up like Dark Souls. Like it does feel extremely Dark Souls-y.
This looks dope, dude. I know again it's a 2025 release, but this looks fucking dope. Like this is one I was super excited about.
And I'm stoked that it's on PC and everywhere. So it's not one of those things where it's locked behind a certain, plastic console, plastic box.
Right.
So which is crazy these days.
Yeah. The other one I know that probably you guys won't care, but I was excited about is the Starship Troopers Extermination.
Where do
I
you
don't
have
know,
a
man.
Starship Troopers?
Is that not already out? Yeah.
No, there is.
Is this a new one?
Unless this is, let's say this is saying they're 1.0 release. Let me make sure.
No, they're already out. Yeah, this is
This has
already
been out.
I
yeah.
didn't think. I thought the other one was something different. I thought
mean,
Starship Troopers.
No,
This looks
Extermination-
exactly like what
Oh, maybe
I
it
had
is
a
out.
buddy who
Okay, then this
Extermination
this.
is released in 2023. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so then
this
this is
must
the
be
this is the 1.0.
1.0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. When I saw it, I was excited about it, but
I mean, you already have
it's-
Starship Troopers anyways.
yeah, it's
you got
Helldivers. I mean,
Helldivers is a far superior from everything that I've heard, and it sucks because they
Yeah.
like this seems like it should have been a really.
I mean,
great
I
game.
heard I've heard they are very loyal to the Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Like they do it well. It's just
it just didn't go off very well from what I remember. It like the release
I don't
didn't
know.
do very well. Like it didn't work very well. There wasn't I don't know what it was.
I don't think it
just
was
didn't get as
necessarily
much.
the game itself. I think it was just like people kind of it just died off. Like people weren't into it in the long run.
No, there was some issues.
there was
I remember there was a lot of issues.
There
on the
was,
game.
but from what I heard, there was people still enjoyed playing it. It's
Yeah,
just,
I mean,
they
you're
weren't
going
like
to.
they weren't dedicated to it.
I didn't
Not
know.
like your
I didn't
Helldivers
know that.
community.
I didn't know that this was the other one that already launched. Because I remember I almost bought that one because I was like, "Yo, this is really dope." But then like I saw nothing
Yeah.
but like server issues and things like that. And then I think Helldivers did kind of eat this game's lunch.
Helldivers
Yeah,
ate this
yeah.
game's lunch twice over, dude. Like,
Yeah,
Even when they
so-
died, they came back and ate it again.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I don't know, man.
It sucks.
It's,
I'd like to see it do well though. I would like to go back and maybe pick it up at some point because like it's Starship Troopers, man. Like, come on.
yeah, I love Starship Troopers. Like,
Yeah, you got it. You got.
and I also like that. Like I like the base building element to it that's there. Like
Yeah.
and that
It's a
like,
pretty cool
that's kinda
element, yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, that was the future game show. Then we went straight into the Xbox game Xbox game showcase. This one does have because I pulled it directly from the Xbox site. All right. So Xbox game showcase. Enigma, did you watch the whole showcase?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. What's your
we
initial
went,
thoughts?
I was a little late. I was a little late for it, but we went back and watched the stuff that I did miss. So I think I told you today when we kind of when we were talking during the PC game showcase. I personally feel that the Xbox game showcase, I think they did a little bit better job than the PlayStation showcase, the PlayStation State of Play recently.
I think for sure. Yeah.
I just feel like they had a more impactful show to me, and that's not even, that's disregarding Black Ops completely, right? Like I could give a fuck less about Black Ops. Like that, we knew that was coming. We knew what that was going to be. It's literally just a Black Ops with a spit shine on it, right? Like that's what they've released on year in day, every day of the week, every year coming up.
Go ahead, Scruffy.
I mean, I'm a
Do you
little.
disagree with me?
No, I don't. I don't. It's not that. I'm just like from some of the things that I've seen and heard of the new Black Ops 6. I'm interested again, and it sucks because
Scruffy.
it's the cycle.
No.
I know. But the funny thing is, they're pretty much doing what X-Defiant is doing, of taking things back to like the nostalgia factor and back to like old COD, and I think that's what is drawing me in, and that's they definitely have to be doing that in pretty much because of X-Defiant coming out, and that's what everyone was so hyped about X-Defiant being, was an old COD.
So I'll tell you, there was a couple things that impressed me about Call of Duty Black Ops. I think that, and granted, you can say whatever you want to, them finally releasing the fact that you can sprint in any direction is like, that should have been in the game.
It's nice. Their
Dave, right? Like,
omnidirectional movement and combat is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
there's no reason why that shouldn't have been in the game
I'm
to
happy
begin
that
with.
Call of Duty has been brought up to the fucking 20th
to the
century
current day.
game.
So that's what we were talking in my stream a little in the stream a little bit today, and one of the viewers, Celia, she's probably in the chat right now, basically said that, so this is the COD that they're finally catching up to the rest of the gaming industry.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, because
So-
all the previous CODs, I'd say since like 2019, for me, before even that, I wasn't even into them at that point.
Yeah.
Have just literally have just been copy paste. I mean, even just we've talked about it so many times. The last one was supposed to be all one COD, and they just made it into two. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's shitty what they
That-
do. I
that was-
definitely hate it, but
that was one of the ones that I was impressed about. And then I can't remember what they called it, but when you're coming around corners, they've made it to where your gun will like follow you around corners. They're like
I don't know. I
twist
didn't
around
see.
corners.
I didn't see that actually. But
Seems
that's
kind of cool.
I guess.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool. The rest of it, I was just like, it's literally just more of the same shit. That
I mean,
we have from COD. Like,
yeah, it is. And like I said, again, they're going back to like some of their older stuff. So they're doing 3 perks per loadout like they used to. They're doing, you know, best play of the game is back. They're doing map voting.
Fucking
You know, 5 attachments.
Hilarious. We are not like this is I'm sorry. Like I can't like so I just want to step in to say that this entire, like, for the most part, this entire showcase to me, and yeah, I may still be a little butthurt and soured by Xbox right now, but like this whole thing, to showcase the Call of Duty stuff or what, I'm just kind of like, this just doesn't, nothing seems exciting, new, next, like, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait. I gotta have it, like, outside of maybe like 2 games, like, or 3 at most, but like Call of Duty, I'm like, when you're sitting here talking about like, oh, like they're going back to old school, so they can't reinvent themselves. They can't do anything new. They're bringing back the old fucking prestige.
they've got to go back to what
like,
they know will work.
Why can't
essentially,
we get a Call of Duty that excites the fucking world and does something different and new and whatever else? And like the best news that came out from this showcase for Call of Duty is that motherfucker is on Game Pass and you don't have to fucking buy it.
you have
like,
to pay a goddamn dime other than the Game Pass subscription.
Dime on that fucking game. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
To move,
I definitely don't
past,
think it's a great game to showcase. I think there's a few of those on here.
to move
like
past Call of Duty, I thought that there was like I'm the exact opposite. I thought that there was quite a few games that were like, oh, that's really cool. Nothing that I'm like really grabbed me to an extent where I was like, man, I have to buy a fucking Xbox to play that beat. No, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna have a PC so I can play all of this on PC.
I think it's the few games that it's like we're seeing just like DLCs or like big updates for, like, you have Call of Duty, you have Diablo, World of Warcraft. Fallout 76 surprised me.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the updates.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like that to me, all of that stuff is like filler to make just to inflate the showcase a bit more.
So Doom Dark Ages, I was like,
in between there.
Doom Dark Ages was one of the ones that I was looking at. I was like, that looks fucking insane.
Sick. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that looks really fun.
What we're showcasing right now, and let's I'm gonna list off all the games that were showcased, right? And then we'll show videos for what we're. So you had Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Goes in his lists.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying for audio listeners, it's really great. They can't be here live. So Black Ops 6, Flight Simulator 2024, Fable, State of Decay 3, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, World of Warcraft, The War Within mixtape, Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, Sea of Thieves, Gears of War E-Day, Dragon Age, The Veilguard, Perfect Dark, ESO, Golden Road, Atom Fall, Fragpunk, Doom, The Dark Ages, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Expedition 33, Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, Mecha Break, Avowed, Stalker 2, South of Midnight, Fallout 76, Winterboro, Diablo 4, Vessels of Hatred, Age of Mythology Retold, Shattered Space, or Starfield's expansion Shattered Space, and Life is Strange, Double Exposure. So out of those, how many, let's count how many of those we actually already knew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll give the last 2, even though we knew a Starfield was going to get an expansion. So 20 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So 20 out of the 31. So there were only 11 things that, and really, I would say, like, I don't know, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, and Shattered Space. I'm just like, we got, I don't know.
To you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, what we did, and out of those, how many did we actually get gameplay footage for? Like, we didn't. You got Doom, right? Did we get Dragon Age? Did Dragon Age actually show gameplay footage?
We got Doom. Dragon Age didn't show anything.
South by Midnight
76. Did. South by Midnight did, or South by Midnight did. Metal Gear Solid did.
Mecha Break
Become
did.
a Villain. Sea of Thieves did. Flintlock did.
It looks very.
No, Mecha Break did.
Okay,
Perfect Dark kind of did, I guess you could say. They showed whatever it was. Fable, nobody gives a fuck about Fable.
I mean, I would care about Fable, but you're talking about a game that's not fucking two and a half years away.
I'm pissed Avowed didn't show any gameplay. Like, what the fuck?
I think they're ashamed of Avowed right now, honestly.
I think so. The thing I was watching, the dude's like, I'm happy to see this Avowed gameplay. You know, like, it really showed like what we were worried about.
Yeah, there
like,
was no
being
gameplay.
Impact.
Like,
but
there was literally
like,
no gameplay.
We still see nothing, bro. They didn't change anything. They just didn't show us anything new.
Yeah. So the ones that I'm most excited for personally, Doom Dark Ages, State of Decay 3. I'm sorry, 3. Dragon Age Veilguard, which I'm confused about. Is that the old, like the latest Dragon Age, and they just renamed it?
They did renamed it. Yeah, it was like Wolf something. Or...
So if we want to go like video by video and talk about it, we can if you want to. Because I can talk about like Doom Dark Ages.
I'm bringing up Doom. Yeah, I'm bringing up Doom because it's one of the first ones that we were on here that was like, you know,
Red Wolf. What is the previous name?
Doom Dark Age looks fucking phenomenal, man. Like I get what you're saying. It's we already knew that it was coming out, right? But like I don't think we had a verifiable like good.
I don't think we had anything on it,
right?
I mean,
we didn't have an actual trailer.
No, we didn't have
exactly
gameplay. We didn't have it. We didn't have gameplay. It was known that Doom was being worked on. We knew that we are going back to an older, or we were going to this style, right, and whatever else. But we didn't. I mean, again. Yes, it's just we already knew that it existed. When I was saying like listing out those things, I was like, these are games that we didn't know were gonna even be there, right, or show up, and they were brand new. We just knew that there was a new Doom game.
I mean, it got leaked. Like that's the biggest thing. Is like a lot of these got leaked too. Same with the PlayStation thing. That's the worst part about today's day and age. Is like anything that we have. No, nothing. Nobody can have anything nice these days because it gets leaked like a day before everything comes out.
Let me ask you about this because I worry a little bit about Doom, the Dark Ages, because it's open. Like, okay, so we're taking it outside. We're going open. Like one of the things that why Doom was so good, in my opinion, was because it was closed corridors. Like, you know, really kind of fast paced, like good fighting. I don't know. Like there was something about it, but like this, when I'm seeing like outdoor, I'm getting very much of like almost.
Halo.
It's not.
I'm thinking like.
I mean, yeah,
how they
but like
did their new thing.
Like the Mad City, you know, or what was it? Mullet Mad Jack. Like that like just super fast, kill fast, go fast, kind of go. Or like even like the games with like the beat, hell. What was the game
I know
that
what
like
you're talking about?
BPM,
kind of,
and
yeah.
Their BPM came first. There's another one I know you're talking about though.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff where it's like, you know, it's just like go fast,
fast paced,
right?
Kind
like
of style.
You're not getting because it's
in
going
action
open
100%.
world. You're just, I don't know. There's just something about it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just me, but it doesn't feel like Doom. It feels like something else. I don't know.
WildStar, maybe?
Yeah, WildStar.
WildStar.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
I mean,
I don't know. It looked good. I don't think it. I'm not all that worried about it. No, to me, I didn't see anything of the worried me necessarily. What I saw was the same Doom that we're we're expecting, the Doom that we know we're gonna get, right? Like
I think
we're
his
gonna
fucking
get a very
fur
fast
pelt
paced.
cape is sick as
Yeah,
fuck, though, man.
We're gonna get a very fast paced, very gritty,
badass.
very gory, very gruesome shooter that has really, really good, visuals and really,
Gives me
really
kinda
good
like Vermintide
music.
like vibes,
Yeah.
honestly.
So
Yeah.
that's what I saw when I saw. I'm not
Yeah, man.
worried about it at all,
I
man.
think
Like,
I think
don't
it'll be all right. I think it looks like, to me, it's open world, but like your like objectives and POIs
Well,
are
I
in
don't-
pretty close
I
quarter
don't even know.
areas.
Do we know if it's open world? Has that been confirmed? Because
I
like
I'm
don't
just saying
know.
it's
to-
out. I'm not saying open world. I'm just saying it's outside.
Oh,
So
okay.
the
Okay.
environments are now a lot
Okay,
more
so
open versus
you're
like you're
worried that it's
closed
not
in.
like
Not as linear.
it's not like
it's more open.
in hell. It's like an open world
Yeah,
or
and-
like
or
a
just-
like an actual
it's
like
just
upper
like
world.
a different feel, right? Like we're not there's not that closed in element of like, I don't know, like I got to figure this out and like I got to go through and like I've got to be smart
shit,
on my
Sin, you
movements
want-
or whatever. Like
you complain when there's no innovation, when they try something different, and then you're giving them shit.
I'm just saying,
Make up your goddamn mind.
I just said I'm worried about Doom
No,
in
you're
that
good.
sense, like but I, mean, hey,
I don't think
here
you
we
got
go.
anything to worry about. Honestly,
yeah,
I think that
I think
it'll
sick.
do
I
just
think it'll be
fine.
alright.
We got
Yeah.
no gameplay footage of Fable, right? Like I want to make sure before we skip over
No,
this, we
I
got
don't
no
think so.
gameplay.
I think it was more
absolutely
facial
no gameplay
expressions and
footage.
shit.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm-
it's terrible,
Bo-
man.
both
Like
of-
I
both of-
really don't.
both of
understand
these
it.
games, I am absolutely like. I love Gears of War, right? I had a blast with fucking Gears of War. I've liked every single Gears of War, but I saw this and could give two fucks about
They didn't
this
really-
game.
They didn't really announce anything.
think
We
I
didn't
skipped
really
this
get
trailer.
anything.
It
Like,
was just the fucking title.
we saw
Like-
they pulled the standard Bethesda thing where they do like some kind of like a little bit of action and then they do like a wide expanse shot of
big-ass
just like
title.
Right. But I'm also too
and
like,
that's all we
hey,
got.
why not? Why are we going back to the same fucking pool, guys? Like 14 years. Look, it says right here, 14 years after Gears of War, right? Like return home to face a new nightmare, the Locust. Like I'm just like, why are we going back to E-Day? Why are we going back to fucking like?
Well,
the
that's
Emergence
what
Day? Like,
threw me off. I was like, is this a new game or is this like a reimagining of the original game? Like it's very confusing. I don't know what exactly.
it's
like-
set during the
So
Emergence
is it a
Day,
prequel?
like, to Gears 1, yes. So like in Gears
Yeah.
1, we always hear about E-Day. We always hear about
Yeah.
like Emergence Day or whatever else. This is now going back to Emergence Day. Like
So
this
that
is
day.
going back to
The day
that
that
day.
shit hit the fan.
And I'm kind of like, so
Yeah.
hold on one sec. So you're going to create a whole game about an event that is about a day, maybe a week long. How are you going to do that? Because and I mean, the only thing I'm excited for, I was like, cool, Unreal Engine 5. Like, all
Yeah.
right, so we're going to get, but and I'm going to get a new Gears multiplayer with Unreal Engine 5. I'm excited about that. But
That'll be dope.
I don't know.
Is it Game Pass?
Yes.
Yeah, everything that
There you go.
announced over here is Game
Oh,
Pass day
perfect.
one.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
I don't
Okay.
give two fucks about Indiana Jones, man.
yeah, Indiana Jones was a weird one. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean they
I'm
added
still-
we don't have any gameplay from it. That's
No.
I will
Well, no, I
agree with
think
you there.
we-
Like
we
there was
did
not very much gameplay.
Not of this trailer. I think the first trailer they showed very minimal gameplay though.
Yeah.
Not this showcase, but the one prior when we first saw it.
I just,
Either way, do you guys know why they decided to go first person? Did you hear about that ever?
no.
It was because they didn't want to be too close to the Uncharted series. They decided to make the game first person. I don't know how you
Right.
make that shit up.
That's definitely why. It has nothing to do with the fact that they were
That's-
too
that's
lazy to fucking
what they
develop
fucking
third person.
said, yeah.
I just have, I don't know, man. I have no desire. Like I like Indiana Jones, but I have no desire
I
in
love
this
it.
game.
But the first
Whatsoever.
person
I mean, it's
ruins
Game
it for
Pass.
me.
It's
Yeah,
Game Pass.
again,
you don't gotta
I-
pay for it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I don't know. I just don't give two fucks about this game.
it could be a diamond in the rough. I doubt it, but
I mean, well, obviously we're getting a
the
new flight
newest movie
sim.
was definitely a fucking diamond in
Yeah.
the shit pile.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk about it. You were excited about Perfect Dark. I
I mean,
am not that
I'm
excited.
never
I'm
played- I
excited.
never played
I'm
the Perfect
excited
Dark games.
for a resurgence of Perfect Dark. I think that's the biggest thing right there. Like that. I don't know if I'm necessarily excited for this specific game. I'm looking forward to seeing more from it because we really didn't see a lot from it. We did see quote unquote gameplay, right? Like we saw something that could be taken as gameplay. But I think my biggest thing is like, hey, we're actually getting a Perfect Dark again, which we haven't had a Perfect Dark since when was the last time that it
The fucking launch of like Xbox, like Perfect Dark Zero.
Xbox release. What was that? That was like
Perfect Dark Zero.
2000 and yeah, that was like 2006 or something like that, right?
It's been a long time. It's been
it's been a long time. But I mean, I liked Perfect Dark. Like, so if as long as they can give me, as long as they can give me what the enjoyment that I had, 2005, that's when Perfect Dark Zero released. As long as they can give me the enjoyment that I had from Perfect Dark Zero and from playing the original Perfect Dark games, I'll be happy.
What kind of game is this? Is it like a Splinter Cell or like a stealth game?
Okay, all right. Well, so
I've never played Perfect Dark.
Original
honestly.
Perfect Dark. So they Rare basically capitalized on the success that they had with GoldenEye. GoldenEye was fucking like it took the world by storm. Like and so then they were like, oh well, let's do another one of these spy thriller shooters. And they created Perfect Dark, and everybody loved it. Like it was just and because
Perfect Dark was one of the first, like not the first games, but one of the first games as well to use like a cover system, like a third person cover system. If I remember correctly.
Maybe I just know that like the multiplayer of it, everybody loved. Like it was just fucking really good. Perfect Dark Zero came out, and if I'm remembering, I'm pretty sure it was Perfect Dark Zero. Let me
Zero was one of the first ones that had cover system, if I remember correctly.
Perfect Dark Zero. If this is the one that came out, wait. I need to see footage of I think this is Perfect Dark Zero. This came out on Xbox 360, right? Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Was complete trash. It was fucking terrible.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't know where you're coming from with that. I enjoyed Perfect Dark Zero. Perfect Dark Zero was great to me.
No shot. It was so bad. Perfect Dark Zero.
I liked it. I personally enjoyed it. So if they can give me what I enjoyed in Perfect Dark Zero on this, with better graphics, better gameplay, better shooting, better cover system, better stealth system,
better
everything
pizza,
like that,
Papa John's,
I'll be happy.
Then
man.
it'll be. I don't know. It won't be Perfect Dark. I don't see. I see this. I'm not like. I'm like, this is not Perfect Dark. Like, in my opinion.
I don't know why this is giving me Cyberpunk vibes, bro.
It just
that's.
I think their trailer, like, it looks like Cyberpunk's trailer.
Well,
like
that is kind of what Perfect Dark's entire systems were built around, was like a Cyberpunk-esque steamed, like aesthetic.
That would do it. Then.
So
we don't know multiplayer, right? Like
we don't. Yeah, we know literally nothing. They didn't show anything. They didn't really release anything other than the fact that they're releasing it.
My Perfect Dark was Time Splitters and Time Splitters 2. That shit.
Yeah, I would love for Time Splitters.
A new Time Splitters.
That ain't never gonna happen. All right, so we also got this South of Midnight.
I am so excited for South.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited that we got gameplay in this, dude. I was.
So that's one thing that we're gonna have.
I wanted to see.
We're gonna have a source of contention here, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think so.
You say gameplay. I say they showed 2.5 seconds of combat, and then we're like, okay, we're moving on.
Okay. No, you're right. I'm just glad we got something more than just a cinematic.
I am too. I am too. But from what
gameplay
what
is,
we did get,
not much.
What we did get was like traversal, a little bit of combat, not a lot.
There was some combat, yeah.
A little bit. There wasn't a lot. And then just more of the same shit that I think is going to make this like huge. Is just like the art style. I
also think that's gonna be another point of contention, is being kind of that stop motion.
Well, I was
style.
Let me ask you. Wait, is this, because I was gonna say, is this dropping fucking terrible amount of frames?
No, not dropping frames. It went with a stop motion style.
That's what we were talking about that while it was going, was like, and my biggest thing was like, I'm curious if that's not dropping frames, because myself and Byte were talking about that. Byte was like, why are all these things in 30 FPS? I don't think that's in 30 FPS.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's just how the art style is supposed to look. Like it's supposed to look like a stop motion film.
Yeah. I already knew what people were gonna say when I seen this trailer. I'm like, people were gonna say this shit's running like shit. I'm like, no, I could tell it's fucking stop motion.
It's definitely, because it's definitely over 30 FPS in the combat and traversal sections. So it's literally either really shittily pushed for the what's it called?
Fucking with my head. Like because the world's not in stop motion. Like everything around
no.
her is not in stop
It's
motion.
just yeah, it's just the cinematic,
the cinematics.
yeah.
Well, no, because this right here, her movement is stop motion. Like if you watch her movement,
Kind of.
wait
I'm more curious
her
if it's
running right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless that was frame rate drops.
I don't know.
Hard to say.
Her movement
I'm
was
not
very
sure.
like rigidy, but the rest of the world wasn't. I don't know. It's fucking weird. This is what I saw, and I was like, oh, this looks really cool. I did not see all that other stuff before.
Yeah.
Okay, I get why people are saying Forspoken. I can understand it. I see it. Like, you know, the whole like
Oh yeah.
zipping
think.
around kind of thing. Okay. I get it.
That's the only part of Forspoken that I can personally see in it is like the traversal system, and like a little bit of the combat system. The rest of it to me doesn't really scream Forspoken, but I
just want to know more about it. Like, who is this chick?
So do
and
I.
like,
Yeah.
why does she have these like powers? Like, I
I'm
could
just
see
really-
that being the Forspoken ties to. Like,
I'm just really interested to dig a little bit more into like the story of it, because like
Yeah.
it seems what was that game that top down strategy game that you were like a duck and an alligator and like a
oh yeah,
remember that?
Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
whatever. That it reminds me, like the animals remind me kind of that, like they each have their own kooky, like weird personalities.
For sure.
The fucking catfish that was there before,
Yeah.
very interesting. Like on that part, the giant alligator that had like an island on its back was really interesting. So it just, I think for the most part, like the biggest thing that interests me about this is just like the art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real
Like
weird
it's very interesting.
that they went with this stop motion here, but then in like again, it's a decision, it's a choice. I just don't I don't understand it. Like
Sin hates it. He's like, it's
hates it.
definitely it's a decision.
I like it.
They
I'm
made
not
it.
saying
I personally
hate
enjoy
it. I just am trying to.
I like it.
understand
I like it. I'm
I
with
like
you on
I
that
like
one.
stop
I quite like it.
motion art styles. I like the shading.
I'm glad. I'm glad you caught it as well, because I was saying the same thing. I was like, I think that was more of a decision. That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
frame rate. I'm pretty
again,
sure
I'm not-
that's like
I'm not knocking it. I just don't. I need to see it, and I need to see it in action
Yeah.
more than.
I
that.
agree
Yeah.
with you. Yeah, for sure.
All right, and then State of Decay 3.
Yeah,
I
we
like.
didn't see too much on State of Decay 3. Like this
well, we
was
haven't
just a
seen much
bunch
on
of
State of
like
Decay 3. Period. Like they've kept this
yeah,
one
we haven't. Yeah,
under.
I'm not a
I'm
huge
tentatively excited for this.
Sod fan.
If they can give us what we got in like State of Decay 2, but with like some slight tweaks, because there was certain things in State of Decay 2 that everybody hated, like the base system in State of Decay 2, where it would like your
noise and-
resources. Well, no, your resources would continue to deplete even if you
and
were
that,
offline.
Yeah.
Right. So like you
Yeah.
could go away for like 2 days, come back, and your entire base is gone. Right. Like your entire base is dead. So there's certain things that they need to like address. But if they can just give us a higher fidelity, higher graphic quality State of Decay 2 with some extra like gameplay situations and everything like that, like gameplay perks or whatever you want to call it, I think it'll be really great. State of Decay has
So-
always been a favorite of mine.
You want to hear a really cool story about State of
Yeah.
Decay? So, way younger Sin, right, had a podcast called The Surge, and it's
remember that.
You should have copyrighted that one game.
I actually interviewed the Undead Labs team before State of Decay
Nice.
1 came out, and when I talked to them, they were talking about how it was going to become they were like, yeah, we're working on State of Decay, but we're also working on a MMO version of the game that's going to have like this big multiplayer aspect and survive. I'm still waiting for that. So Undead Labs, you promised me that a long time ago, and I have yet to see it. So
it does
where the
have
fuck is
co-op.
it? I'm just saying,
So,
no.
the boy who waited, he's still waiting.
I'm still waiting for my. So my very first question for this is: does this fucking game have multiplayer
I
more
think
than
it
the
would
co-op
work
style?
really well
Like,
as
Well, I mean-
a multiplayer game. Honestly, like I
State-
think
State
it
of
would work
Decay
really
2
well as an
had
MMO.
co-op.
yeah,
What you
I don't
mean?
want co-op. I want
wants
more than just
MMO.
co-op. Like I
You
want like
MMO. Okay. Wait,
yeah,
yeah.
like I want like
okay.
I'm fine with like 7 Days to Die style, but more. Like, give me more people, more. Give me like Rust
Like
meets like
Wildstar.
State of Decay or 7 Days to Die. Like, yeah, like Wildstar. Give me Wildstar.
Yeah.
Like, but
This game's Wildstar.
That's what I want.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did we get a launch day for this? Did they come out?
No,
and
I don't believe so. No, we heard very little about it other than that it's in production as far as I know. Let me just check on that though.
State of
Just to
Decay
make sure.
3. I'm waiting to see nothing. So no, we
Yeah,
Nada.
I don't think there was anything said about it, like a release date.
All right, we've already know Assassin's Creed Shadows is gonna be all over the Ubisoft one. What is this?
I was
Adam?
surprised. I was surprised that was even here because like they with their forward being tomorrow, I was confused. I was like, why are we seeing this when you literally have something tomorrow? But
Adam Fall.
Kind of into this one, Adam Fall. I'm interested.
trust
okay.
over this one.
We'll showcase it, sure. Oh, we'll watch the trailer for it. So Adam Fall. This is a. I don't know. I don't know what this is.
I think it's like an RPG. It looked like. Let me look at it. I think
this is the one from Rebellion. Yeah.
This is like the Sniper Elite people.
Like post-apocalyptic, but or is this?
This gave me.
I mean,
this gave me
it's a
Hell
single-
Let
it's like-
Loose vibes.
It's a what?
What?
Yeah,
Hell
when
Loose?
they're doing like or not Hell Let Loose. Maybe it's not Hell Let Loose.
I was gonna
What's-
say
what's
Hell
the,
Let Loose. This gives
what's
me
the-
like Fallout
remember.
76, but single player.
So there was a game that came out that was kind of like the Fallout genre. It was called Elix, where they combine like post-apocalyptic with futuristic and like medieval all into one game. It was like a combination of all those genres, and I think that's kind of what we're seeing here. Is like they're trying to just do like a little bit of a mixing pot of all different like eras of stuff.
What's that game that you just played? That was the that you could,
Atomic
you could,
Heart?
You could, yeah, you could fuck a
Yeah,
refrigerator.
yeah,
Atomic Heart. Yeah, I got
Definitely.
Atomic Heart vibes from it too. Like if
definitely.
like the base, I don't know, man. Hey, when I saw this, I was like, Scruffy's gonna like this. I don't know why. I just saw it. I was
does
like,
look
this
cool.
is gonna be up Scruffy's
Yeah,
fucking
I think
alley.
it looks cool.
I
You
knew.
got a little bit of everything. You got some zombies. You got
man.
post-apocalyptic shit. You got robots and mechs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Give it.
Give me. I didn't get. I'm gonna watch. So I'm gonna be watching. I didn't get to watch this. I Expedition 33.
Expedition 33
I
looked really
don't-
cool.
I don't even know what this is about. I couldn't tell you. This is weird.
So it's a turn-based game, right? That I mean, I'm reading from it right now. It's turn-based. So you guys are getting my unadulterated very first thoughts of what this is because I never saw it. What? Okay, so 34. So I guess 34 fucked up. So we gotta go to 33. What the fuck?
You gotta go
what-
back.
What is the whole premise behind it?
Don't know.
Yeah, we really don't
Don't know.
know. They really didn't
Did-
give us a whole fuckload
Did we
of
not
lot,
get
honestly.
any kind of gameplay footage?
I don't
Didn't
think
get
so. No.
Really anything.
Just the walking around. Looks
Pretty
pretty.
much, yeah.
Looks like this is their only game too. I'm looking at Sandfall Interactive.
Oh,
I don't see
no,
anything
I
else.
know
No,
why-
we
no,
did
no, no, no.
we
I'm
did
sorry.
get a little bit of
I-
gameplay towards the end.
I did watch this, and the reason I got excited about it because you know what this game reminds
turn-based.
me of? Nope. Yes, but Lost Odyssey.
Yeah.
This gives me very Lost Odyssey vibes, and I'm all about it. So I do remember. I lied. This is not my unadulterated view of this. I had watched it earlier before.
There
This-
is gameplay towards the end of it.
Well,
yeah,
we're
right
watching
there,
gameplay now.
yeah.
Yeah. This
Yep.
is this looks
I mean, it
awesome.
looks
fucking
sick.
dope.
Yeah.
I love.
can't even
Lost
tell.
Odyssey.
I can't tell if like some of the turn-based, like if you're aiming some of it, it looked like he was like,
I think it's QTE. It's like
What is
QTE
that?
in the quick time event. Like it's a QTE
oh, quick
inside
time.
of the.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
dope. Awesome.
Looks cool.
Dragon Age, we didn't get. They just did a reveal trailer, right? So this is their remake redone now.
This is Dreadwolf, now named Veilguard.
I wonder why they renamed it. Like that's a
I don't know.
weird
Their
thing,
last
man.
name was cooler, anyways.
Did
Yeah, I
we get
don't
any
know why you
kind
would-
of? Did we get any kind of gameplay footage on this?
I
No,
don't think so.
no, we didn't get anything from it. It was literally just a cinematic trailer.
Hey, look, they even call it Souls Light. There you go, Flintlock. This is
Whoa.
this is the other one that everyone was saying looks like Forspoken.
This is this
Or
is the one
you're
that I got
saying-
huge for spoken vibes off
I
personally.
don't
But
get that, dude. I don't understand why. Is it just because
I told you, it's the movement reminds me very heavily of it. The fact that you're like beholden to this like being, this like god being, like that was where in Forspoken you had the was it the ring or was it like an axe? I can't remember what it was, but you had like a
bandolier stuff.
like yeah, you had like a spirit or some shit like that talking to you constantly. The movement in it reminded me a little bit of it, and the comment in there reminded me a little bit of it, and also just like the general vibe to everything really just reminded me of it. But it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that that's a terrible thing. Like, just saying that it looks like Forspoken doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Like,
man, it's a lot of fast cuts.
I thought Forspoken looked really good as a game. I thought that it just didn't turn out very well.
All right, I can see Forspoken here. This is where I can see a little bit of Forspoken. All right,
this is all I'm talking about. Is like it gave me a little bit of Forspoken vibes. That's all. And personally, this gave me more Forspoken vibes than
Forspoken.
You know what game would have been this? What made this game even better? Multiplayer. Just
yeah, maybe no story too.
If no story,
no story.
Just be able to skip it.
Pure combat. Yeah, pure combat.
Yeah. There you go.
I think so. You're onto something.
I'm telling you right now, as someone that's excited about a hero shooter, I am so fucking sick and tired of seeing hero shooters. But this Fragpunk 5v5 hero shooter. The only thing that actually interests me here is like these cards. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, dude, I did see that, and it gave me like Dirty Bomb vibes, which
Dirty Bomb,
kind of cool to see a card system in a shooter again.
Dirty Bomb was a really good game. I don't know why.
Dirty Bomb was a cool game. It just, I don't know, was ahead of its time maybe.
Yeah, I mean it will also what was the other game that used not predecessor. What the fuck was that epic Paragon? How you had like the card system in Paragon. I don't know if you guys remember that, but
I don't play too much
Paragon.
Paragon had a card system. And then you played a MOBA. This, I mean, maybe it's cool. Maybe I'm like jumping the gun here. I'm just, what the big head mode.
I will say though, I mean, we see so many hero shooters. Like,
dude, so many of them.
It's getting to be a lot. It's the same thing that happened with BRs and survival games and all that, and extraction shooters. There was that one Hawked game that was like, yeah, this game's going fucking nowhere. It's just a flashy fucking cycle. The cycle. Yeah. It's just all these games come up. Hey, look, our videos are in the recommended.
Hey.
They just all come up and they just all come out with these flashy characters and trailers and hey, it's the next big thing, and then it just fizzles away like it was nothing ever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe
we'll
it'll be something cool.
We don't know, but
we won't know it's till 2025. So, yeah, dude, this game, I am
Mecha Break.
So fucking hyped.
I'm looking forward to this.
This game is fucking dope looking.
I probably won't play it, but it looks pretty sick.
Why?
It looks really good, man.
I don't play these types of games too much.
Oh
it's
my
just
god, man! This is
like a personal thing.
So first off, it is 6v6. It is also 3v3 arena, and then
6v6.
6v6.
I mean, it's PvP.
Yeah, it's
totally
pure PvP.
Yeah, I thought it was another that game you played.
No.
I can't remember the title.
It is PvP. It is 6v6, 3v3, and then 60 PvEVP. Dude, that sounds fucking dope. Like,
I'm a bit more into it now.
It's like if Gundam met like again Armored Core, and then
Armored Core
made it like on a breakneck speed.
Gundam meets Armored Core meets like MechWarrior Online almost.
Well, I mean, if MechWarrior was fucking cranked to like 100 and like you're just flying all around everywhere.
You ever played MechWarrior Online?
Sick of this game. Not sick of it in like I don't want to play this anymore. I might physically get sick playing this game.
I don't know, man. Dude,
this looks like a lot of shit going on.
I think it looks really good, man.
Yes, it looks sick.
Dude.
It looks amazing.
Wait. And Pika has been playing the game. He has not told us anything about it. He just said that he has played it.
Okay.
And said it is fun, dude. It looks fucking dope, dude. Like, this is kudos to fucking Xbox on this one. Like, I don't know if this is one of their studios, but
I'm curious which one of these mech games will like more. You remember that? What was that other one? The Steel
Battalion?
That one looked like a mobile game. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It's that one we were talking about the other day though. It's just like Steel something, Steel Rain or Steel something or another. But it's another mech game that looks.
Oh, you're talking about from the
I
world,
thought it looked interesting.
the World of Warships people.
I think so. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid, we already knew that was coming.
Steel Hunters.
And
Is that
then Stalker got
Yeah.
Stalker 2 got a new trailer. Do we really want to watch this? I mean, I'm excited for Stalker 2. Don't get me wrong. Oh God,
I think
did we get anything
it was
new?
a good looking trailer. We got, I think, was there gameplay on
We
this?
got.
I think
A
a little bit. I don't remember either. I just watched it like an hour ago too. That shows how good my fucking
or how
memory is.
good the fucking trailer was. If it's not even that memorable.
The trailer was good. I just can't remember if there was gameplay or not.
I mean, I'm
excited for it, man.
I'm
like
excited for
this
Stalker.
it's Stalker, man. Like we
I'm
haven't
excited
had
for
Stalker in
Stalker.
ages.
I mean, I'm excited
just-
for
I'm
the
just
Metal Gear
hoping that
Solid
they
Snake
don't-
Eater, but I just
You
don't.
I'm just
scroll down a
hoping
little
that they
bit.
don't fuck it
Oh,
up,
yeah, sorry.
man. Yeah, I'm just hoping that they don't screw it up, man. Because like they really they have one chance, and if they mess it up, that's I think that's it, man. Like people will just not play it at all.
I honestly, I do have faith in these guys though.
I have faith
Out
in the
of-
old version of what they were, but the new version, we'll see. We'll
You
see.
think? I don't know.
Yeah.
Show me the
mean-
fucking thing that I want to see. Where is the big
There you
metal
go.
scaffolding with fucking the
Yeah.
thing?
He freaking at the PC showcase. He's like anytime there will just be like a scaffolding on screen. He'd be like, "Oh, is this Stalker? This is Stalker right here." And
It
I'm like, "How? What?"
Dude, everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's the big metal scaffolding.
There's metal
like the-
scaffolding, so it's got to be Stalker. That's the right. That's entirely what scaffolding equals Stalker.
I'm sorry, but it looked like fucking scaffolding that was in
But there you go.
Stalker.
We got some. some
No,
gameplay
you
here.
know exactly what I'm. Oh yes, here's gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. I just again, it's like Wukong. I'm ready for the game to come out. We've heard about Stalker forever. It got delayed. It got pushed. Like, I'm ready for the game to come out now. Like, I want it. You know.
Did we get anything on this one?
I don't think we got a release date.
No.
Not that I know of,
Let's
at
get to the
least.
end and see if. Oh, there's something here that says Stalker. Hey, that's kind of close to the thing I was talking about. Stalker 2, September 5th. Okay, finally, we got a release date.
There you go.
There you go.
Damn.
All right. Maybe
I didn't know
it's
that.
actually coming out.
There
Maybe we're
you
actually gonna
go.
get it. Winterboro. I didn't care that much about that one.
Yeah, the rest of the stuff that was on here was not
Uh,
all that impressive in my eyes. Other than like obviously Diablo.
I
There
mean,
was
yeah,
one that was
Yes.
called it was like mixtape or something. I like the style of it.
yeah. Well, they showed that in a couple other ones too.
Yeah.
Diablo. Yes, I'm excited about it. No, I'm not gonna make us watch the trailer.
Yes, thank you.
New.
I thought that's surprising because I thought the trailer was actually really good.
Oh, the trailer was really
Don't
great.
say anything. And
I'm not going to make us watch it. We got enough other stuff
Oh
to get
my
through.
God.
But it was, I do want to say that the pricing bundle, if you are going to get it, so it's $40 for the standard edition.
Oh,
I mean, the
That's what I said too,
Reapers of
but-
Souls.
just go buy body cam. Jesus.
Yes, you should do that. Reaper of Soul was also 40 at launch. The Ultimate Edition, which is 90, gives you $40 worth of content. And actually, if you go in and say, hey, they're going to give you the portal, you're actually getting about $60 worth of content for $90. So the game is actually costing you 30 if you want to think about it that way.
You're getting less content for more money.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying? You're saying you're getting
No,
you're
no,
getting
no, 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 no.
$60 worth of content for a $90
You're-
price point.
You're getting $60 worth of extra stuff for $90. So you're the $90 game, right, that you're buying, which comes with the $40 base game, you're getting an additional $60 worth of shit.
Oh, okay.
So
See,
Anyway,
that-
Still doesn't.
that's
Never mind.
that's-
I don't.
that's
don't know why I
whale
asked.
thinking.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
whale style thinking right there.
it's whale math. It's whale math.
That's a whale thinking right
Jesus.
there. What
Okay.
I'm paying $90, but I'm actually getting $90 worth of content because if I'm not, then I got to go back to Blizzard and be like, hey
No,
guys,
I'm
just take my
saying.
money, man.
It's like the horse armor thing, or the horse. I'm just saying that you're gonna spend that money anyway on those credits. You might as well go ahead and get the horse armor.
But I wasn't.
We're
going
not gonna spend that money anyways. You are.
I actively looked for it, but I couldn't find it.
Golly.
Oh man. Can we skip this? Do we have to talk about Fallout 76?
The only thing I want to mention is you can play as a ghoul come 2025.
First large expansion.
Okay.
First ever.
That was
accessibility to
never
play as a
gonna.
ghoul.
That was never gonna come out until they realized that the movie was fucking, or the show was doing well. If the show had not done well, they would have not.
No, it was in production and it was slated to release even before the show released.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Okay, you could go back and look, but they had the freaking entire thing slated to release even before the show was released.
I'm calling bullshit.
It was looking to go into production, or not production, but release before Fallout even released on as a TV show for people to watch.
Hey, let me ask
I'm
a
excited
question
for this though.
real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You can take the Vault Boy or the Pit Boy off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, how the fuck did that dude get dressed with that fucking thing on? But you can take it off.
It has a little
take it off. Yeah.
It has a little switchy switch thing.
Okay. I don't know.
That's a very
they don't just brand it on you. They don't just brand it on you in childhoods.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. So
it grows with you, actually.
Yeah, it grows with you. It's yeah.
I mean, I'm happy for all you people that like
bioplastic.
All you people
that are enjoy. I'm not saying again. I went back and played it.
What are you calling us, smooth skins? God.
No, I'm just saying, no. Your Fallout 76 players, I think that's probably worse. I'm just
no. He's calling us smooth brains. I think is what he's calling.
I went back. You can't say I didn't try to give it a shake, right? Like I went back and tried to play it. I didn't fall in love with it as much as you did, and you guys have. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I had to make my own fun, which was ruining everybody else's fucking game.
That's what I said when I first started playing it. It's not for everybody. Like
literally watching everybody have a good time in this like collectively harmonious fucking game, and then you drop me into the world, and I am literally just ruining these two kids' days. I'm making these guys' life a living fucking hell. I'm laughing my ass off. And then they quit playing, and so then I stopped playing because I was like, okay, well, they're not there anymore, so I'm just gonna stop. So
you just gotta log back on when they get back on.
Yeah,
you just gotta
I'm that person that's like, we have harmony.
On them or something.
Please don't fuck it up. And then I go in there, I'm like, oh, absolutely not. Like, no. We gotta have.
We're
PvP.
not doing that here.
Yeah. So, Sea of Thieves getting a new big update. Starfield's getting an expansion. You want to watch the Starfield expansion, Enigma?
Nah, we don't have to. We're way over time, way over time.
Yeah. All right, now let's go.
It does look good. I will say that as a person that enjoys Starfield, it does look good. I'm excited to see where they go with it. So
the PC game show. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. The PC game show.
I don't think we have time for the
PC
game show.
That's what I was saying. We don't. The PC game show happened. We're actually gonna cover a lot of the games that were shown for demos next week when we get there. When we get to it, because I played a majority of them and got some good, got some bad. I will say, if I never have to watch that style of PC game show ever again, I will be fucking happy. That was the most miserable.
I didn't watch it, so I have no idea.
I've stated that, and I think I stated that at the start of the showcase. I told everybody in my chat that I was just like, this is going to be cringe. It's going to be 2 hours worth of cringe. Be prepared for it. But it was bad. That's not even the worst that it's been. Like last year's and the year before that were even worse.
Was it the commentary
it's just commentary, just
the people
ads
they brought out to
everywhere.
talk, and
all of these shows, commercials on top of commercial on top of commercial. I think the Summer Game Fest had a commercial in a commercial. Like
it had ads, it had the just terrible jokes, the terrible commentary. It had Day 9 and I forget the other chick's name, but they're there every year for the thing, and they just
it was so bad.
They're riffing. It's just a terrible like dichotomy, right? And then on top of that, like they chose to focus on like just random weird video games for entirely too long. Like there was one video game that was like a witch.
Oh, the thirst. How about
delivery?
the thirst person?
The thirst person shooter, not first person.
What?
Thirst. as in like
Thirst?
THIRST.
Oh man,
Person shooter. It was a sex
that-
game.
it was a sex
We're
game where you
showcasing
are.
sex games now.
It
Well,
wasn't
it
a sex
was-
game, but it was like
it
a
was a dating
dating
simulator,
sim.
But
yeah.
like it pushed the line to the point that
Yeah.
you could just bear like, I mean, it was like, oh,
there was
it was
dude
like-
oh,
groping
these are
in somebody's
breaking-
butt. Like,
yeah, like there, but she was literally talking about it during it. She was like, oh, all the butt lovers are in here, so
Yeah.
maybe we got to try to figure out a way to get
was
these
weird,
these
man.
two
So-
people to
so
grab
it's
each
like-
other's asses and
it was
focus
like
zoom in
Twitch.
on it.
It was like a
Kinda,
Twitch chat
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Twitch streams.
Yeah,
Sort of.
100%.
Yeah.
It was fucking
Sounds like
weird.
it.
but
there
they
were some
they
gems.
focused they focused on like this one that was like a delivery, like you were a witch and you were delivering things on your broom, and it was like just this like weird like indie development game that probably could have done with just like a quick 2-minute like video. But then on top of that, they did like 20 minutes worth of conversation, or like
Jesus.
5-10 minutes worth of conversation with the developer, and I'm just like, why are we featuring this? Like, this is not
Yeah,
not
super
something
weird.
you should be featuring. That like you should have
Super
done that
fucking weird.
on actual big name titles. Like,
All right, let's talk about the quick
but
hits.
that's just the PC game showcase. That's how it is every year, unfortunately.
Quick hits are news articles that we see as wanting to at least bring up, but not something that is necessarily worthy of a full-blown discussion. Naughty Dog is moving away from The Last of Us, thank fucking God. Twitch subs and gift sub prices increase in multiple countries, including the United States on July. I don't know if it's July 11th
went
when
up
they increased
$1.
here. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
yes.
20
$4.99 to
per, like,
$5.99.
all I could say on US is going up 20%.
I think it went up.
Sub
I
and
think
gift
it went to
subs.
$5.99. It went from $4.99 to $5.99.
So
if I'm
probably
mistaken.
$1. But what I will say is the streamers will not be affected. I mean, they'll be affected, but they'll get
You're still
just
getting
the
half
same,
that, like whatever
70,
it is, yeah.
30.
yeah, you're
You'll
still getting the same
and
cut.
the same
Yeah.
cut that you would get before. You still get that.
Twitch is terminating all members of the Safety Advisory Council. Oh dear, is no longer to be with.
To be completely honest, I didn't even know that was still around. Like,
Yeah, they were
I
still-
thought that had
I-
been
Not only were they
terminated.
still
a long
around,
time
didn't
ago.
they
either.
were getting paid, which is even
Yeah.
crazier.
Yeah.
So, and then also, I know Scruffy is super excited about this, but
I
someone
am.
ported over CTR or Crash Team Racing to PC and made it a player online.
Yeah, it comes from Seventh Faradice on Twitter. I don't know if that's who's actually doing it or if they're just advertising it, but yeah. So it's original CTR ported on PC, but now with online 8-player co-op, 60 FPS is in it. It's got widescreen, dedicated servers,
there we go.
Hey, there you go.
lobbies, LAN, localhost, and more to come. So it's honestly, that's pretty sick. I love
Yeah.
seeing stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, just hey, enjoy it while you got it because they're gonna get sued and have to shut it down soon. So I'm just saying.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
So yeah. And then also Guild Wars 2 announced the Jantir Wilds expansion is coming on the 20th
housing.
of August.
And
With
player
housing and
Yeah,
the
raid.
raid.
No, yeah. Typical stuff.
Yeah, but the housing is big. That's a brand new
That's
thing in
huge.
Guild Wars,
Yeah,
so that's
that's pretty
pretty
big.
cool.
Can we just get a new Guild Wars? How about that? Instead of
Well, we are. I thought there was a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but there was a
I don't
rumor
think
of
that's-
Guild Wars
yeah.
3.
That's
I don't
been
know.
going around for a long time. Yeah.
All right.
Well, we saw, yeah, either way.
Well, that is episode 125. It's done. It's in the bag. We
Oh,
got it. We are
It was
I
still
would say
actually
it's-
124 on Twitch.
Oh, well,
whoops.
it's we're
My
actually
bad.
125. Twitch, you're behind you're behind an episode. You gotta catch
I
the fuck
just
up.
saw that.
So,
oh man.
But anyway, thank you guys all for hanging out and being here. You can catch all of our content, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube. We also have now started to stream on the Pre-Patch Podcast channel. So you might catch us here. You may catch us on our private channels. You know, hey, you can catch us everywhere, right? You can go on your favorite podcasting app, get us there, anchor.fm/Pre-Patch Podcast. You can go to Twitter, you can go to TikTok, you can go to our Discord. You can get us pretty much anywhere that you think that you'd be able to find us. Make sure that you do. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, hit that sub button, tell your grandmother to do it, to hit the button and all that kind of good stuff. Tell all your friends about us. Go share us to the world because it helps. But hopefully next week we will be back with the entire crew. But for the podcast team and myself, we will see you guys next week on Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Twitch. Bye, guys.
Doses.
Later.